right. That's
motor
right.
oil for right. You had Abe Sleeps with the Fishes Vagoda. He was on there. What else did you have? Now,
Steve Landesberg.
What was the other show?
And Steve Landesberg was perfect for his part in Barney Miller. That was a perfectly cast television show, Tom.
It was one of those shows with an ensemble.
Let's go! Let's go!
Now it's time for the Swain event with your host, Jason Swain.
My man.
Real sports talk for the real sports fan.
All you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him.
It's time for the Swain event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue.
Give me 2 claps and a Ric Flair.
Deep down the middle's got his man, and he's gone. Jason Swain, touchdown.
You know how fun it is to brag against the opposing team after beating them down, and just watching opposing fans come up with excuses, throw salt, be bitter. This is fun. Winning is fun. This is great. Tennessee putting Mississippi State across their lap and spanking them, just like your grandpa used to do back in the day. We made Mississippi State go to the backyard and pick out their own switch, bring it in, and then spank them with it. 76-54. And Mississippi State was, they were energetic. They came out. They jumped on Tennessee, had some electrifying dunks, made some three-point shots. The crowd was in the game. And Tennessee looked like a veteran basketball team. Just weathered the storm, was down a few points, and then cut it to 3, then cut it to 2, and then was tied, and then was up 2. And then it happened. It happened. The ass whooping happened. And Tennessee did not look back, shooting 56%, 36% from 3, always being great from the free throw line. I ended the show yesterday with my prediction by simply saying the Admiral. All I have to say this morning is the Admiral.
24 points, 7 rebounds.
Ballin'.
Well, over the last 2 games, 49 points, 15 rebounds.
Good math. Good math there, Ben.
In 40 minutes.
You didn't even have to carry the 1 right there. You just had to
I didn't. I
add the 5 and the 4 right there. The good math, Ben. I'm proud of you.
I know. Thank you. Spanish classes paying off in many, many ways.
Good job, man.
I have crow to eat because for the first time in a long time, I picked Mississippi State to win.
You did.
For what?
I'm not afraid to say it.
Okay, so why'd you do that?
Because, for starters, Mississippi State is 18-1. Well, now they're 18-2 in Humphrey Coliseum this season.
Okay.
So off of that, Mississippi State needed to beat Tennessee last night in order to reach the NCAA tournament. Obviously, they can still do that, but a win over Tennessee would have by far been their best win of the season. And at 21-8, they don't have any good wins, and that Tennessee win would have pushed them over the top. So I thought that Mississippi State, having more to play for, would come out a little more energized. There have been times this season where Tennessee has struggled on the road in good environments, at Georgia, at Alabama, and I thought that was the reason Mississippi State would win, and their guards can give other teams some serious problems, and because of the lack of consistency from Tennessee's guards, I kind of thought that was going to be a big problem for Tennessee, and that's why I thought Mississippi State was going to win. And I am very, very happy to eat crow. I did not mind it at all. I was wrong, and I'll own it. So,
you know what, man? Charlie, Ben at least showed his work. That was
good.
Really good reasoning.
Good.
Yeah, I understand why you pick Mississippi State when you break it down that way.
I totally get it. I almost felt kind of bad last night with how complete this butt whipping was. Because I had my roommate from college went to Mississippi State. So
well, you're a Mississippi State fan as well.
Of course, as we all know.
Move your hand.
But I was texting with him, and he was before the game, and he was so excited. Oh, the Hump's back to the way that it was before. We're selling it out. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be loud. It's gonna be crazy. We're gonna win tonight. And then Tennessee just laid the wood to him. I didn't even text him afterwards because, like if Tennessee had won close, I would have been like, oh. But just Tennessee just dismantled them.
They really
so
did.
Don't cry.
Like I didn't
was
even
it really
want.
sold out last night? Because I remember seeing.
Actually, it wasn't.
Like the top of the arena, there was like nobody there.
Let's see. It actually tells you on ESPN.
It's gonna say it was a sellout.
No.
So 7,600 people ended up showing up. It holds 10-6, 71%.
Now the student section was absolutely rocking.
It was loud.
And it was loud.
Yeah.
For the first couple of minutes.
I saw some dudes on their cell phones.
I did too.
On Pinterest.
Let
me look up a DIY project.
Let me look. We got a new football coach. Let me look on Pinterest. New ways to decorate a cowbell.
This is terrible. We getting beat down.
Some of these stats are phenomenal. Though. Tennessee was so strong on the boards. 34 rebounds to 24 for Mississippi State, which means at least on one end of the floor, somebody wasn't missing a whole lot of shots, and that person was Tennessee.
And Mississippi State is a fairly good rebounding team.
They are.
Tennessee was getting a lot of offensive rebounding too.
Yes.
Yeah, offensive rebounds too, man. They were banging the boards.
Mississippi
Absolutely. 50-50 balls. Tennessee won all those, man.
You would think if you knew nothing about either team last night, and you just tuned into a basketball game, you knew nothing about either team. You would think Tennessee was the team playing for an NCAA tournament bid.
Yep. They look like they wanted it really badly.
There's so many dynamics to last night to talk about. The Auburn loses. Woo pig suey.
That was great. We predicted that would happen, and I think it pretty much unfolded like we thought.
Baby.
Bruce Pearl still giving his all for Tennessee.
Yes, exactly. Shout out to Bruce Pearl for doing us a huge favor by blowing it last night. And then also
it's pigs, man. Pigs, they are not Bruce Pearl's friend. Pigs got him in trouble. Tennessee.
That's true.
Yep.
The barbecue.
Yeah.
And
then pigs getting him in trouble last night, man. It's pigs, man.
Yep.
It's pigs. He's not a fan of the book Charlotte Webb.
You can't grill Gamecock, can you?
It's chicken.
It's chicken. Yeah.
Oh yeah. He'll have problems on Saturday. Then.
Yeah, it's chicken, man. It's chicken. It's chicken.
That barbecue chicken.
Yeah, it's just chicken. Man.
But it's and then
that was a stupid question. Just ignore that.
Another team that is essentially playing play-in games.
I was thinking of a rooster.
It's just chicken, bro. It's just chicken.
Another team that was playing for a play-in spot in the tournament, Alabama, got laid into by Florida.
They are the most overrated team in the SEC.
I can't believe it.
Avery Johnson has underperformed this year.
They're
17-13. They do not have a 17-13 roster.
It's by 21, 73 to 50.
Tennessee spanking that butt.
I want to go back and clarify my Gamecock question because I've never heard somebody say, "Oh, I'm gonna go grill rooster this morning. I'm gonna go grill rooster this afternoon."
I don't know enough about livestock. Isn't rooster is not a. I don't know. I don't want to say anything dumb because I'm certain we have listeners that will call and be like, Charlie, you idiot. You know that
technically a gamecock is this. I have one as a pet. His name is Isaiah. Sorry, I just made that name up because I was gonna say Ben and I was gonna say Charlie, but I didn't want to call you guys basically a chicken.
On a separate note, with Tennessee winning last night and with Auburn losing, that means your Tennessee Volunteer men's basketball team will be playing for at least a share of the SEC title on Saturday.
And I believe we'll know
we
exactly.
Will. Auburn plays at 3. Tennessee plays at 6. So Tennessee will know whether it's playing for a share of the title or
the
outright championship. And I think here's a good debate. Go ahead.
Gamecock, a rooster of the domestic chicken trained for fighting. It's chicken.
Okay.
Because the logo of the Gamecock logo, it has spurs on its feet.
Yeah, my dad
So
just
it's
texted
a
me and
fighting
said
chicken.
a rooster is a chicken.
Ah, gotcha.
It's just chicken.
Hey, I learned something today.
Yeah, there you go.
You learned 2 things today.
Well, you looked it up, so obviously you didn't know either.
I said it was chicken first. It was just a guess.
Well, you said the gamecock, not the rooster.
Well, whatever. It's just chicken, dude. Just chicken.
No, but
Bruce has trouble with things that you can put on a barbecue grill,
which bodes well for Tennessee. And I'm just going to say it now. There is absolutely zero reason Thompson Bowling should not have 21,000 people on Saturday. For what this basketball team has done this season, and now they're playing for an SEC championship, zero reason that arena should have an empty seat on Saturday.
Are you going to do this after the game, Ben?
Oh, yes. 100%.
Are we going to get a new gift?
I mean, I've been doing it every game.
Why,
I just haven't been
why
called
y'all
on
picking
camera.
on that? Why y'all picking on that bitter woman last night?
She blocked me.
She blocked me too.
Why you picking on her, man? She was just in her feelings.
Because she said, what'd she say?
She said Tennessee was
dirty.
low class, and I was like,
What did they do?
Yeah,
She must not like the Admiral flexing on them.
Maybe.
Suck it up.
But when I asked, I mean, I was like, I didn't see anything that classified Tennessee as low class in that game, and I would call Tennessee out if I saw something. And Rick Barnes' team, the entire time he's been here, has been anything but that.
Yes.
And she was like, well, there was no foul calls, and there was, and she just like couldn't name anything. And I was like, oh, so Tennessee being low class has to do with what the refs called on the court, and
she's just salty.
The fact that Tennessee just like wiped the floor with y'all, like I'm sorry that you're mad.
Yeah. A physical foul from Grant Williams. That was a favorite one. That wasn't dirty. And then the player that got hurt, all they did was bump knees or knee hit the thigh.
Nick Witherspoon.
That wasn't dirty.
Regular basketball
The
stuff.
shot clock was running out at the end of the game. What is Jordan Bound supposed to do? Here, Mississippi State.
You have the ball back.
Here's the ball. Go score. No, I'm going to let this thing fly, and I'm about to make it. Okay, and then he did that. Admiral Schofield flexing. Well, the fans were, messing with him, and so he was having a good time. And it's an emotional game. He flexed on an and one. So what? I don't see the big deal. I didn't take her serious because she called our players thugs. So
she's one of those.
We know what that's all about. So
she is
thugs.
from Mississippi.
Thugs, huh? Yeah, thugs.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think any of our players have gotten arrested or been troublemakers, but
Grant Williams.
They're thugs. Yeah.
Grant Williams chose between Tennessee and Harvard.
Yeah.
Yale.
Thugs. Oh, okay.
What a thug, though.
Okay.
John Fulkerson is a thug.
Yeah.
Thug,
Yeah.
Eve Pons. What a thug.
Can't even speak English.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he did an interview last night.
Lamonte Turner has braces. I've never seen a thug with braces. I'm sorry.
And beat Kentucky.
Yeah. Hey, fool, give me your money. Wait a minute. Let me get the meat out of my braces, man. Hold on. Let me adjust my rubber bands. No, man. That's no thugs on this basketball team.
I guess it's a theme with basketball because Holly Warlick has braces this year as well.
I noticed that about her, man.
I haven't even seen that.
Yep.
She too old to be having braces. Why she didn't get that done before? Anyway,
She finally has that braces kind of money.
I guess so.
Now that she's
865-200-5402. I need to stop saying what I think. 865-200-5402 is the telephone number to the B-Drop Waterproofing Hotline. Swain Events fueled by Dead End Barbecue. Top 100 barbecue restaurant in America. Yeah, that lady was salty. I love it, man. I love it when you beat down a team and they're just reaching for excuses. They're just reaching for comebacks and they don't have any. She said that we were paying our players. That's when it was time to go to bed. All right, guys, break this up. Everyone log off Twitter. It's time to go to bed.
Well, if Tennessee's paying players.
Paying players? What?
At least get a 5-star.
A
6-star.
Who's getting paid?
Eve Pons. I told Charlie a couple weeks.
He's
I told
paid
Charlie
that
last week.
Frank.
Yeah, Eve Pons making that French money. That's why Rick Barnes is so smart. He's not giving them
hiding the
American
paper
dollar.
trail.
He's using a different currency.
Oh yeah, man. That's slick, man. Yeah, pay for a player and not play him until the end of February. The dude's been on the bench all season.
They prorate it. They wait and see if they perform.
All right, let's get to the phones. Let's get to Andy. Andy, good morning.
Good morning, Jason and Charlie.
Good morning, individual Andy.
How y'all doing this morning?
I'm doing pretty good, man.
That's good. Man, I can't believe Alabama's actually thinking about taking Butch Jones. I gotta hear what your feel is on that.
I'm rooting for Butch Jones to be hired by Alabama. You know, Jimmy Sexton is the best agent ever. Travel agent, sports agent. He's the best agent ever. If he can get Butch Jones a job at Alabama working with Nick Saban, the best coach of all time, man, this is probably his best move.
Right.
So I hope he gets it, man. I hope Alabama hires Butch Jones. That's gonna make my day.
Get him out of Knoxville.
Did you know, Andy? Did you know this? I have a question for you, Andy. Did you know that when Butch Jones was the coach, Tennessee's offense was better than Peyton Manning and David Cutcliffe? Did you guys know that? Man, I had no idea. I had no idea Butch Jones
set a single-season record.
I had no idea that Butch Jones was a better offensive mind than David Cutcliffe.
It's amazing.
I had no clue. Man. That is freaking awesome. We both learning something new today, Ben.
Alabama's getting a real winner.
I mean, goodness gracious. That offense will be potent. Jalen Hurts, you might get your spot back. Because, I mean, look what Butch did with Josh Dobbs. I mean, watch out, Tua. You won a championship, but Butch Jones is getting ready to work with Jalen Hurts. It's about to be over for you, buddy. Can't wait. Can't wait to see it.
All right, brother. Y'all have a good day.
All right, Andy. See you. I can't wait, man. Save Tennessee a couple dollars.
Butch Jones going to Alabama and blowing up Alabama from the inside is the greatest game plan he has ever come up with.
I really – ideally, he's a double agent. He's still with Tennessee.
No,
he goes down there, ruins.
Shut your mouth.
Shut up. He ruins everything for
Alabama.
He's
He's not still part of Tennessee.
He's not double agent, dude.
No, he's not. But if he goes down and he screws stuff up down there, I mean, don't say we didn't tell you so.
They're not going to let him screw things up. The first time he says something, Nick Saban's going to make him sit in the corner.
Does he last longer than Steve Sarkisian?
Yeah, because Nick Saban's not going to let him talk.
And Steve Sarkisian,
just go get my Davy cakes.
To a certain extent, is
that's what he's hiring him for. Butch Jones is going to be the little.
He's
got to go to the
oatmeal
grocery
pie,
store and get
the moon pie guy. Is that what? Wait, what is it? Little Debbie the.
He get the oatmeal. The
oatmeal
pies.
Oh, sorry, not moon pies.
Yeah. Nick Saban is an oatmeal pie guy. Shh, just go get the trash can.
Was it
the janitor is off work today? He's on vacation.
Was it?
Go get the big trash can.
Was it a little vindictive of me last night?
Yes.
When I tweeted after the game, after Auburn lost, and it was clear that Tennessee would be playing for an SEC championship on Saturday, and I tweeted, "This is what competing for championships actually looks like."
Yeah.
Butch Jones.
That was the low hanging.
Nah, man, that's fine.
Was that over the line?
No.
That was the low hanging.
No, it wasn't. Good job, Charlie. Good job.
I mean, he
Listen.
always talked about it. He said we just want to be competing for championships. Well, you never did, but Rick Barnes does. I mean,
we've been losing in things. You take advantage of this winning while you can. You get to brag about winning. You take advantage of it. We deserve this. You know what we've been through as Tennessee fans?
Too much.
We celebrated. Guys, listen to me. We celebrated making the biggest power T like we won a damn championship a couple months ago. That happened. Guys, that happened.
We hid the national championship trophy under the staircase like it was Harry Potter.
Yes, we deserve this. So don't feel bad. Talk the trash. Talk it. Just don't cross the line. But that was good, Charlie. Talk that trash, man. We deserve this.
James Fair on Twitter says that Rick Barnes is a thug because he said dope.
Rick Barnes is
true.
a thug. That is correct. He's thugging out here in these Knoxville streets.
We need to get if I can enlist the services of the people to make gifts, because they've been so good to us here in the past. Just a picture of Rick Barnes, and then that meme that's like the glasses come down and then it says Thug Life. Give me one of those with Rick Barnes.
Yeah, Rick is a thug, man. See the way he coaches his players. Just thuggery, man, at its finest. Let's get to Will in Huntsville. Will, good morning.
Greatest city ever.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Besides Knoxville.
Hey, man, how you doing?
Good. So one word comes to mind after watching that game last night, and that's wow.
Yes.
I was under the impression that this team had really peaked 2 weeks ago. So I'm hoping that proved us wrong, or proved me wrong last night, and we can move forward and hopefully make a run in the SEC tournament, because I know it seems like previously we've struggled in that.
Yes, this is the best time to play the way we played last night, and that's one thing I was worried about is did we peak too early? Well, last night proved me wrong. If we can follow that performance up last night with another one of those performances on Saturday, we're entering the SEC tournament playing some dang good basketball, and I like our chances. I saw a tweet from a CBS basketball analyst that says Tennessee is a Final Four black horse.
John Rothstein. I can't say his last name.
Yes. Final Four black horse, and I see why. You have different ways that you can score, different ways that you can win. You're unselfish. You rebound the basketball. You're tough. You play with unbelievable effort, well coached. I love this basketball team. They are so fun to watch, man. I don't want the season to end.
Yeah, absolutely. So another comment that I have is I think that, at least I'm going to believe this, the reason why Lyle is still on the back of the Jumbotron is Pruitt using it as motivation for the guys for the workouts this offseason.
That's a good point.
So whether that's right or wrong, that's what I'm gonna choose to believe at this point.
Yeah, I'm gonna believe that too. I think that's good.
I can definitely see Pruitt loading up the bus full of the football players at 5 a.m. and driving down Neyland Drive past the stadium and having them look at Butch Jones on the back of the Jumbotron right before the workouts. Piss them off and get them all nice and rowdy. You can definitely see that.
Man, Jimmy Sexton is freaking awesome, man. He would be the best real estate agent. He's the best agent of all time.
Of any agent.
FBI he's better than James Bond.
Well, really.
007 double agent. He's the best agent ever.
And maybe this was Jimmy Sexton. I genuinely don't know. Whoever made Sean Miller's contract, where if he gets fired for cause, he gets $10 million.
Best agent ever.
That's the greatest agent ever. And then a very, very close second is Jimmy Sexton.
No, Jimmy Sexton is the best. He used Texas to get Nick Saban $10 million.
That's true.
In 1 year. And he's getting Butch Jones a job with Nick Saban. That is the best move ever by an agent. Ever. Best agent ever. Best travel agent, real estate agent, better than James Bond. He's the best agent, man. Best agent ever. 865-200-5402. Anything else, Will?
No, that's it. You guys try to stay dry out there. Have a good one.
Man, thank you. Really appreciate that, man. What a game.
Hold it down for us in Huntsville.
What a game, man. The Admiral, that boy bad.
All right.
That boy is bad.
He's the best player on this basketball team.
Yes, right
Most
now.
Most valuable.
Right now he is.
Tennessee won by 22, and Grant Williams took 3 shots. So two things blew me away about last night, realizations. The fact that Tennessee won by 22 and only received 3 shot attempts from Grant Williams. And then the other one is that everybody on this basketball team except one person is coming back next season. And that one person is probably 8th or 9th best player on the team right now.
But
only played 13 minutes.
But only had that one player, who was James Daniel,
had
1 shot last night, and it was a half-court shot.
It was Steph Curry distance.
That he made. So,
do you think he meant to bank it?
No.
No, IU was just putting up a desperation shot, and it ended up going in, I think.
You know what? He did mean to make it.
Well, you're always meaning to make the shot. You know, he
meant to bank it. He meant
Yes,
to bank it. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Either way, it was the only shot he took, and it was a good one.
And look, I want to clarify my rooster comment. If I had to guess, I would have guessed that a rooster was a chicken. Because I've never heard somebody say, "Oh, let's go capture a rooster, and then we're gonna go grill it."
Man, it's okay, man. We all have weak moments. It's all good, man.
Like I heard a girl the other day in class telling a story about her neighborhood rooster waking her up. I doubt she went home, killed the rooster, and grilled it.
Man, it's okay, man. We love you, man. It's okay.
No, I'm all
and
good.
when you love someone,
Charlie
you
didn't
take
know.
them how they are,
You had to
man,
look
with
it up, so I wouldn't know.
their positives and their negatives, and it's all good, man. You didn't know. It's all good. We still love you, man. We don't love you any less.
That's good. Good to know.
Yeah, that's what family is for, man. Hey, when you mess up, your mom and dad, they still love you, right?
I hope so.
Ben, we still love you, man. It's okay you didn't know what a rooster was. I didn't really know either. I was guessing. See? Feel better?
I knew what a rooster was.
You didn't know it was a chicken?
I didn't know. Yeah.
I was guessing.
But
Ben.
if I had to guess, I would have guessed that it was a chicken.
I guessed, okay?
Because when you think about it, it's a chicken.
Yeah.
It has chicken characteristics to it.
That's why Bruce Pearl is going to lose to South Carolina.
And Tennessee's going to beat them Georgia Bulldogs, and Tennessee is going to be SEC champions. Wow.
Oh,
what a sentence. Thompson Bowling is going to be lit.
At very least, we are co-champions.
Now,
you still got to beat Georgia.
Yeah.
Let's
we gonna beat Georgia.
Yante Maton, Tennessee fits.
The Admiral. That's all I gotta say. That's all. That is the game plan. Okay.
Give it to Admiral.
That is the game breakdown.
Fair enough.
The Admiral. That's all I gotta say.
Fair enough.
That's all I want Dane Bradshaw to say when he's on SEC Network breaking down this game. Just say the Admiral and just let the camera go somewhere else. Your turn to talk, man. All I'm going to say is the Admiral. That's all you have to say. That's all we need. Ben broke down the math. He pulled out a calculator, and he told us the last 2 games. What's that number again? I forgot. The math is just so fuzzy.
45. I can't remember what I said, to be honest with you.
25 plus 24. Break that down, Ben.
49.
There you go. See? The Admiral. That's all you need, man. The dude is balling. He's like in a different like atmosphere right now.
I told you.
Universe.
What I tell you on Monday, he's the LeBron James of this basketball team.
What is he doing? Charlie, what is he doing? Why did he just do that?
I can't.
That's
vouch
your boy,
for
man.
Anything that Ben says.
You guys do the podcast together. Why did he just do that?
I said it on the podcast too.
He did.
Why?
He is the LeBron James of this basketball team.
Well, he did it again.
He does everything.
He is a very versatile, facilitating small forward
who sees the floor.
Yeah,
phenomenally.
He is not LeBron James in talent skill level.
He is LeBron James in the sense that he does everything asked for.
He said it again, Charlie.
He is LeBron. He is stylistically
Their games are similar.
Yeah.
You know people can't process that, man.
Well,
all they heard was LeBron James. They're gonna think
in the same sentence.
You can't do that to people.
And they flex on people.
People are emotional right now.
They're big.
We're coming off a big win. You can't say things like that, man.
I know.
It's too early in the morning for that, man. They can't process that. They're gonna think you're calling Admiral Schofield LeBron James. You gotta be more responsible.
Admiral Schofield is the next #1 overall pick by the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Swain event. Be right back.
Hour 1 of the Swain event is brought to you by Toyota Knoxville. Stop by Toyota Knoxville to see their great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. They are located conveniently off the Lover Road exit at 10415 Parkside Drive, right here in Knoxville.
Craving homemade flavors that don't take hours in the kitchen? Mrs. Grissom's cheese spreads and chicken salads are the perfect go-to. Ready-to-eat meals and snacks found in the meat or dairy section at the grocery store with flavors of home in every bite. Whether you crave the classic Mrs. Grissom's pimento cheese or the gold gluten-free select cranberry pecan chicken salad, enjoy the sweet taste of a home-cooked meal in every container. Select the best. Select Mrs. Grissom's.
Small town like a small town when I'm with you.
You're driving home, flashing blue lights in your rearview mirror. You pull over, step out of your car, and the next thing you know, you're being arrested for driving under the influence. Now what do? We all should be responsible. But remember, just because you're arrested doesn't mean you're guilty. Call criminal defense and DUI attorney Marcos Garza at 865-540-8300. The investigative teams at the Garza Law Firm know the justice system inside and out. They utilize cutting-edge technologies and investigative methods to prepare your specific case. Before you plead guilty to any criminal charges, call criminal defense and DUI attorney Marcos Garza. Put his number in your phone right now, 865-540-8300, because you never know when you or a friend will need it. Don't say guilty. Say Garza. 865-540-8300. 865-540-8300 and GarzaLaw.com.
Voted Best Barbecue in City View Magazine and a top 100 barbecue restaurant in the country, Dead End is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering and local delivery with Valet Gourmet. That's right, you can have Dead End brought to you. Can't think of the spread for your next event? Get Dead End to cater it. Check them out online, deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Goes your car insurance.
Nobody likes surprises, so switch to Erie Rate Lock. Get a great rate that stays that way even after an accident, ticket, or inflation. In fact, it's locked until you change a car, driver, or your address.
Your Erie agent in Knoxville is InsureFit RM. Get a quote at 865-684-4900. That's 865-684-4900.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
More than 20 million Americans suffer from gallbladder disease, and if you're one of them, Premier Surgical Associates can help. Gallbladder removal is one of the most common and safe surgeries available, and Premier has experienced physicians who are trained in the latest techniques for diagnosing and surgically treating gallbladder disease. Don't keep putting up with the pain. Visit PremierSurgical.com right now to find out all the ways they can help you live a better life. Premier Surgical Associates. Expertise you can trust.
Cryptology Escape Rooms in Pigeon Forge is the area's top-rated new attraction. With 4 unique escape room experiences to choose from, Cryptology has something for everyone. At Cryptology, you and your friends have 1 hour to solve the clues, riddles, and puzzles that lead to your escape. From first-timers to seasoned escape room pros, Cryptology has something for everyone. This is an experience you have to see to believe. Located on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge, Cryptology is a short trip from Knoxville. Come see for yourself why thousands of satisfied visitors have rated Cryptology the best escape room experience in East Tennessee. Cryptology is also a great place for corporate team building exercises or holiday outings. Visit cryptologywithak.us now or call 865-366-1796 for more information or to book your Cryptology experience. That's cryptologywithak.us or 865-366-1796. If you need a better night's sleep, you have to visit Better Mattress. With 6 area locations in Maryville, Knoxville, and Oak Ridge, there is a Better Mattress near you. Locally and employee-owned with exclusive mattresses handcrafted in East Tennessee, there really is not another place like Better Mattress in town. Not only do they know what they're doing, they care about what they're doing. Better Mattress has a worry-free 100-night guarantee. Get started now. Visit BetterMattress.com. That's BEDRmattress.com and click on Mattress Prescription. Good night just got better.
We have all made the mistake of dropping or breaking our smartphones. See? But did you know that you can have it repaired for a fraction of the cost that it takes to replace it? Well, you can, because iDrop is the area's leading mobile repair store, home of the 1 hour or less phone repair, 1-year parts warranty, and #1 customer service. Broken screens, cracked cameras, charging ports, batteries, you break it, we'll fix it. If you didn't break your phone, protect it with one of our leading accessories such as LifeProof, OtterBox, UAG, Incipico, Caseology, and Spec. Visit our West Hills location at 7115 Kingston Pike between Office Depot and Hardee's, or call 865-888-9740 and speak with our trained technicians to see how we can get your phone working today.
As the weather grows colder, insects begin to become dormant. That does not mean that you don't need to safeguard your home from pests. Now is the perfect time to begin treatment to prevent issues in the spring. Let Southeast Termite and Pest Control handle all of your pest control needs. Southeast is locally and family owned and has been in business since 1971. They are a full-service pest control company that includes mosquito treatments, bed bugs, fall invaders, spring issues, carpenter bees, etc. They even offer liquid termite treatments with the market's best termiticide. There are no salesmen to deal with. The technicians give the pricing and provide the service, and the owners are always available. So contact Southeast Termite and Pest Control at 865-925-3700 and online at southeasttermite.com.
Wow. 76-54. Tennessee putting together probably one of their most complete games of the season. I listened to Rick Barnes after the game, and man, he wasn't that critical. I mean, he really couldn't find much to complain about. And a coach is always looking for the things you can improve on. Always. But even Rick Barnes was like, man, just, hey, complete performance, great team win, team effort. I mean, guys were hustling, banged the boards. We were more physical than Mississippi State. For Mississippi State to come out and in the first couple of minutes, I thought it was going to be an L-shaped ambush because there was a lot of energy in the building.
They got up 20-12.
I think it was Lamonte Turner had a turnover. They threw it up, and I thought the guy was going to just lay it up. But he jumped off his right foot and just slammed it with two hands. Grant Williams did not want to jump. He thought about jumping, and then he was like, yeah, he's going to dunk. Never mind. And I thought the place was going to just explode. And I was like, oh, boy, we got to weather the storm. And they did that just like a veteran basketball team would do. And they just pounded the ball inside, took care of the basketball, had 14 assists. Man, what a freaking game. What a game.
It had every good element for Tennessee, outside of, I guess, a phenomenal performance by Grant Williams. But Grant Williams was good in his own right. Yeah, he only had, eight points, but 7 rebounds, 4 assists.
Beat you in other ways.
A couple blocks.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, he beat
you. It's absurd that Tennessee can now play, if it plays well down the stretch in the tournament, they win against Georgia. I mean, they could be a 2 seed in Nashville. And that's just crazy to me. I can't wrap my mind around that.
Oh, yeah.
From where this basketball team started, and now if they win out, they could be a 2 seed in the NCAA tournament in Nashville? What?
The great philosopher by the name of Drake said, started from the bottom.
Now we're here.
Now we're here. Yes. That was in a couple books that I've read. And that is
you've read?
One of the great philosophers.
Shh. That is true with this basketball team.
Audiobooks?
Yeah.
Now here's the question.
I can't read.
My roommates and I were trying to figure out.
I'm hooked on phonics.
Which is more impressive, or I guess, what do you consider the SEC champions in basketball? Winning the SEC regular season title, or winning the SEC tournament?
I think
you get a banner for both. So,
hang the banner. I think the regular season title is I think it's better than the tournament. Not saying that the tournament is not a great accomplishment. That just means you're playing the best basketball at the right time. But I think winning the SEC shows that you were consistent throughout 2-3 month period, and you went on the road, you went home. You had maybe some injuries, you had early games, you had night games. There's so many factors that play into playing a full conference schedule. And the fact that you were able to be the best, I think that says a lot. So I put more weight on the regular season championship than the tournament. And I'm not trying to just say that the tournament championship doesn't matter, because if Tennessee goes on and wins that, I mean, I'll be pumped. And if anyone else goes on to win that, they should be happy too. That's a great accomplishment. But I just put more weight on the regular season because you have to go on the road. You have to, like in this case, we had to go to Mississippi twice. Wait, we got to stop here. Tennessee played great last night, beat Ole Miss. We had to go to Mississippi. Guys, Mississippi.
That's an L.
Twice. Right. Saturday and then yesterday. And it's not like we stayed in Mississippi, because that would have been just terrible. But they came back, they took care of their business, and then they got on a flight and went back to Mississippi.
Poor guys.
Have you been to Mississippi?
Unfortunately.
When's the last time you've been to Mississippi, Charlie?
Last time I was in Mississippi.
He is a Mississippi State fan.
Maybe a couple years ago.
What about you, Ben?
I don't even know. A year or two ago, but I was just driving through to get to Memphis.
It's just, guys, we can't discredit this basketball team. They did this in the state of Mississippi.
That should count as an extra win.
It should.
Instead of being 22-7, Tennessee is now 23-7, and then after Alabama vacates, it's a win over Tennessee, and we erase that from the history books. Tennessee will be 23-6.
Mississippi, man.
I want to get some stats.
Tuscaloosa, man. Tuscaloosa, Starkville, and Oxford all in a 3-week time period.
Ugh.
No, thank you.
I want to get some stats on like the amount of teams that Tennessee has gone undefeated against this season, and when was the last time they did that? Because we already know the combo of what was it, Vanderbilt,
South
Kentucky, and
Florida.
That's been since what, 1979.
When you look at
you also beat
Tennessee's
South Carolina,
basketball
Ole Miss,
rivals,
Mississippi
it's
State,
South Carolina, because you have to consider them a rival because the SEC labeled them as Tennessee's permanent rival. So you have to by default, even though I don't really think it's a rivalry. So
right.
South Carolina.
Interesting.
Florida will always be a rival to me in
Yes.
basketball.
Yes.
Kentucky
Yes.
and Vanderbilt. Those are Tennessee's 4 rivals.
Yeah.
Georgia, Tennessee, the hate's not there like it is in football. But against South Carolina, Kentucky, Vanderbilt, and Florida, Tennessee was 7-0 against those teams this year.
I like it, man.
I love it.
Let's get to Vol Nation. Vol Nation's on the Beat Drive Waterproofing Hotline. Vol Nation, good morning.
Good morning, family. How y'all doing, man?
Man, we doing great, man.
Hey, man, what a win last night. What a win. I don't get a chance to watch a whole lot of basketball of late because I've been just so busy, but I got a chance to see that game last night, and it was amazing. I looked at, the commentator at the beginning, and they were concerned about the length and the height of Mississippi State and a little bit of their aggression on defense and all this other stuff, and then the home crowd, and then looking at their record and things of that nature. And, my uncle played semi-pro, and, I'm only 5'10". He was 6'3", but he would always take us to gyms all around Memphis. And he'd always, every time we go somewhere, we'd be matched up or playing against somebody much bigger, much stronger, seemingly more physical. And he says, go outwork them. He said, understand, you're going to have intimidation through physicality. He said, if you outwork them and you're more physical than them, we'll win on the court. And we won a lot more than we lost. And we got one court in Memphis that we've never lost on. And that's just how it was. But what I saw last night was the mental toughness, the physical toughness. They believe in each other.
Yes.
And it was awesome because they eliminated the height and the length of that team by getting into the body, playing physical. And by the second half, Admiral could do whatever he wanted to do. That guy didn't know what to do. He couldn't hold him. You know what I'm saying? And his confidence in himself and the team was so high. You saw them execute. They took the best punch that MSU could give them in that first 6 minutes, and they didn't flinch. They just continue to do what is necessary. This word that we always use, which is consistency.
Yes.
They understand their identity. They know that they need to work inside out, and they say we're not going to be intimidated by whatever arena we go into and the hype and the talk and everything. We're going to go out there and do what we're supposed to do. And I think Coach Barnes has done a real good job coaching these guys up and going out there, regardless of the atmosphere, and executing consistently. And once again, understanding their identity, they're going out there and getting wins. They're getting W's. They're getting victories. And they're making me, very proud of them. The free throw line, they're shooting 78% from the free throw line. That's really good. You like more, but shoot 78%. That's really good.
As a team, yeah.
And then, their suffocating defense. Their defense, their team defense is incredible. They held this team to 39% from the floor. They had 54 points, 12 turnovers, 4 steals, and only gave up 19 rebounds. They were on the board. We had 33 rebounds ourselves. That right there, that's the ball game. When you out-rebound somebody, you're outworking them on the boards. You're outworking them physically. And I believe that you saw that in the latter stages of the second half, just like in a football game. You pound the ball. In the fourth quarter, you figure they're going to be tired, and then you can bust a run for 12, 15, 20 yards, and the safeties are trying to pull you down. And so that's what I saw. They just wore them out. And pretty soon, by the last 5, 6, 7 minutes of the game, there was nothing left, and they just took over. And it was a beautiful game to watch, man.
It was, man. The way, because we're fundamentally sound. You can be shorter than the other team, and they can have more length than you. But when the ball goes up, you put a butt on them, and you block them out, and you're tougher than them. You fight for those loose balls. You can win the basketball game, man. Tennessee out-rebounded Mississippi State by 10. And you look at how big those guys were, in the paint. Tennessee just outworked them. And Admiral Schofield is a matchup nightmare because he puts someone that's bigger on him. He's gonna drive past you, finish around the rim, and if you put someone smaller on him, he's just gonna post them up, and he can shoot the open jump shot. He is a absolute matchup nightmare for opponents.
And not only that, but his leadership that has developed over the course of the season. I remember talking at the beginning of the season, who's the leader of this basketball team? We had you threw out guys like Grant Williams, Admiral, Lamonte Turner. Admiral has taken over this basketball team. And I almost think that's his biggest accomplishment this season is the way that he's been able to lead this basketball team down the stretch.
That's true, because there was a couple of times where, he got his shot blocked on that one dunk, and then he came back and they ran a nice play, went right down the middle and stuffed it again with some attitude. And it's like from that point forward, the team kind of took his persona and said, okay, it's time to play basketball. And you just saw them kind of eat away at the lead and eventually take the lead. And once again, they just got this thing about them, this swag about them, like, I don't care what y'all are doing, we're going to win this game and we're going to outwork you. And like I said, once again, it was a beautiful thing to watch. It was a beautiful thing to see. And once again, that physicality, man, they're so big. What is he, what, 6'4", 6'5", 240 pounds? And him and Williams, and then I don't know, number 15, I don't know who he is that comes out. I think it's 15. Walker. I mean, he comes in, and it's not like he's, killing people out there, but, I think he dropped like 12 or whatever, or 8 or whatever it was, but just his presence in there, his physicality, everybody is on the same sheet of music. Everybody's working hard. Everybody's working as a team. They're rotating. They're doing everything that a team is supposed to do. And if they can consistently do this, they can go far into the tournament, man, and they could be a Final Four team. They could be that dark horse, because like I said, he's got them locked and loaded. And I'm excited to see what's going to happen in the SEC tournament, man. But appreciate you fellas, man. Definitely celebrating this victory. One more game, beat Georgia, man, and get that SEC title for the season. That would be awesome and a great accomplishment for our program. So
yes, sir.
Appreciate you fellas, man.
Hey, thank you. Soon. Like, I noticed, like, the little things. So Walker goes in.
I love him so much.
He only played 15 minutes, but he goes in. He gets the ball, and it's like, he's not holding the ball. He's not waiting on the defense.
Moving.
He's like his moves are decisive. He knows what he wants to do, and he was 3 for 3, 7 points. It was a timeout after he scored a basket. He goes to the sideline, and like he might have got a high five from his teammates, but I didn't see it. Rick Barnes didn't even acknowledge him, and I thought that was really cool because it's what he's supposed to do.
Right. Yeah.
It's like everyone has their roles, and that's just what he's supposed to do. Everyone has a defined roles. Everyone has a job to do. We don't like the New England Patriots, I guess, but they're great at this. Just do your job. Yes. They have defined roles, and no one tries to play outside their role. And I noticed that about Walker last night. It's like, man, the guy came in, and he knows, make a quick decision, get to the bucket, and he did that. Had a couple layups. Gets to the bench, sits back down, and like no one is high-fiving him because it's just what you're supposed to do.
And I think
this team's growing up, man.
That really engenders trust in each other, having that where guys know their defined roles, what they're supposed to do when they go out, and they do it. And that trust, in turn, causes Tennessee to just not panic ever because they look at every situation and they say, look, we got this guy, and this guy to take care of this problem in front of us, and we can do this. And so there is never – I don't know that I've seen a moment with this Tennessee basketball team, maybe at Alabama where they got blitzed. But that was about it. But just any moment where they look at a situation and just go, ooh, I don't know if we can do that. There's just always this quiet confidence in themselves and in each other.
And even at Alabama, I don't necessarily think it was a shell-shock moment. It was more of a – they just didn't play hard.
They didn't play with the intensity needed to match Alabama.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if there was a shell shock moment this season, maybe when Villanova was blitzing them to start the second half, when Tennessee was up by like 15 at halftime, and Villanova just blitzed them right out of the gate, and then I mean, you saw a little shell shock. This is why they're the number one team in the country. But Derek Walker was absolutely impressive tonight. I think he's going to be a big-time player for Tennessee by the time he's a junior. That kid is tough, physical, big. He can score, too. He's got some nice little sweet post moves. And how about Yves Pons? I mean, you talk about Derek Walker going to the bench, and it was cool to see that was what he was supposed to do and him not get a whole lot of celebration because of that. Even Yves Pons, he had a nice little curl in the lane and the nice little floater off the glass. I was like, wow.
He cocked it back like he was going to dunk it.
Yes.
Like
I thought he was about to slam it on him.
Yeah, I got to the edge of my seat. I was like,
oh, no, he's not.
Okay. Yeah. And
but
finger rolled it on the
Even
on
the
glass.
finger roll was pretty.
Oh, it was pretty. And they had ran that play before. Mm-hmm. Like those curl cuts, man, we come off those screens really, really tight, man. Not a lot of space between the screener and the guy making the cut, so the defender doesn't get in between it. We do a really good job with that, man. That goes back to fundamentals.
The play that I noticed most from Yves Pons was, I guess it was later in the game, and he was at the right shoulder of the 3-point line. And Lamonte cuts to the basket. He sees Lamonte wide open under the basket. Beautiful pass. Right
over
to
the
him.
top.
Sets Lamonte up for just an easy point-blank layup.
It's starting to click for him.
Exactly.
And I notice it the most on defense because he jumps out of the gym, as we all know. He had a couple of rebounds last night where he just jumped over everybody for that basketball. And I tell you what, if come tournament time and you need some rebounds and Grant is kind of having a mental lapse and he's not rebounding like a big guy should, put Yves Pons in there and just let him rebound the basketball. Honestly,
that depth
put him around the rim and just let him jump out of the gym and bring the basketball down.
With guys like Yves and Derek Walker, that depth at a certain point just becomes overwhelming for other teams. That's exactly what happened with Mississippi State last night.
Yep.
Tennessee's how many bench points did Tennessee end up
a lot
with?
to a little.
26, and Mississippi State had like 4.
Yes, it was the difference in the game.
It was huge, and that is just when you pair it with dynamic players like your starters, like Grant Williams and Admiral Schofield, that depth coming off the bench, where just the onslaught never stops. No matter who you put in that game, it just becomes overwhelming for teams. And
it's just Tennessee basketball is so exciting right now because not only are you having short-term success, but Tennessee's set up for success in the long term as well.
Yep.
And Vol Nation mentioned the type of guys that are on the roster.
Thugs.
That goes back to recruiting.
That's thugs, man.
You can knock Rick Barnes for recruiting, not being able to bring in a 5-star yet or a highly touted 4-star, but he's gone out and recruiting and identified guys that play hard. They're not going to complain. They want to be coached, and he's gone out and got those type of guys. And because he's done that, that's why Tennessee is where they are today.
Yep.
So you can knock him in recruiting for not getting the high-level talent, but I tell you what, in my opinion, he's doing a pretty dang good job in recruiting.
You really can't knock him in recruiting anymore.
No, and you can't. Charlie and I sat down, I guess it was a week and a half ago, where we tried to think of something to nitpick about this basketball program. I couldn't think of anything. At this moment in time, there's nothing you can nitpick.
Rick Barnes doesn't wear orange ties every game.
He's been wearing orange ties every game.
Yeah, it's true. He's changed his errant ways.
If anybody's not wearing
he doesn't
orange
wear
right
the
now,
orange
Jeremy
blazer.
Pruitt.
He doesn't wear the orange blazer.
I don't want him to wear the orange blazer because
what was his reasoning for it? I can't.
Because he doesn't want to.
Bruce Pearl wore it.
He doesn't want the attention on him, right?
that was the reason.
Yeah, it's not about him. It's about the team.
That's definitely not a Rick Barnes thing.
No,
he is the antithesis of Bruce Pearl, which kind of makes the fact that Tennessee and Auburn are going back and forth for an SEC championship all that much more compelling, because they really are a great matchup between those two, because Barnes is the quiet, unassuming, we're just going to go out there and take care of our business type of coach, and Bruce is the big, boisterous, go out, make a show of it.
Painting up at Lady Vols games, going to the UC.
I like it a lot.
Which one, the Rick Barnes or the Bruce Pearl?
Well, just that matchup. I like the juxtaposition of those two coaches going up against each other.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so much to be excited for. I genuinely cannot think of a negative. I can't think of something to nitpick about this basketball team.
No,
I really can't. Not at the moment.
No, they playing great ball, man. It's fun. It's fun to watch. 865-200-5402. Man, Tennessee's in a really good position. If they take care of business against Georgia, and South Carolina beats Auburn again, then Tennessee will be your SEC regular season champions. It's been a long time since we've been able to accomplish that. Another NFL draft analyst talks about one of our former players, and this time it's Rashawn Golden. And
again,
wow, these comments are great. High praise for Rashawn Golden. And it's not surprising because, we've seen Rashawn Golden every Saturday ball out and be the MVP of the defense. But it's cool to see the NFL draft analysts say the same thing that we've said all season long. And we'll talk about Rashawn Golden a little bit later. This whole Butch Jones going to Alabama, it's become a topic. It was a topic on SEC Network. It was a topic on Feinbaum yesterday. Peter Burns, personality there, SEC Network, does a great job. Host. He calls it a win-win, and he was trying, man. He's reaching.
Yesterday
he's reaching, man. I love Peter Burns, but man, he's reaching.
So energetic. I
love
his
Peter
personality.
Burns.
It was funny because yesterday, he had two takes on Tennessee-related topics. One, he was saying that the Butch Jones situation was a win-win or you can't lose. And then he was calling Tennessee's basketball team the San Antonio Spurs. But what's cool about that, he said it
in a way.
He said it a month and a half ago, and he brought it back up yesterday.
I do see.
By the way, they're coached, the type of basketball they play.
Yeah, I do see San Antonio Spurs all over this basketball team. I do. I really do.
A month and a half ago when he said it, people freaked
out. Yeah, I see it. He's right there. But the win-win on Butch Jones joining Alabama staff, win-win for who?
For Butch Jones.
Yeah, win for Butch Jones.
And Jimmy Sexton.
Takes a little bit out of the buyout for Tennessee, maybe.
About a couple $1,000s. I'll take it.
And Butch Jones can go to Alabama and poison the well. No matter what, he's a negative. So
I'm truly not trying to grab the low-hanging fruit when I say this, but there is no advantage for Alabama bringing Butch Jones on staff. There's literally none.
Absolutely
no zero. My buddy Rob said, well, maybe he'd be a good special teams coordinator. Mark Elder was responsible for bringing back.
There's a reason that Mark Elder is a head coach right now and Butch Jones isn't.
Yes, and I saw the tweet from Thomas Edwards yesterday about Trevor Daniel not being even asked to come back at one point in his career.
No advantage.
But Butch is going to claim punter you.
There's nothing that Alabama needs from Butch Jones to go accomplish what they already accomplished.
No.
There's nothing that Butch Jones can add to that program.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Literally nothing. Maybe how to,
You want to look at the 2016 offense? Look no further than number 11, the gentleman who shares records with Tim Tebow, Dak Prescott. That is Joshua Dobbs.
And the guy on the other side of the field that broke Reggie White's sack record.
that is Joshua Dobbs covering up how bad the coaching was. And you also got to look at Mike DeBoer. And Mike DeBoer leaving Tennessee, going to Indiana, having success as offense coordinator, and everyone else that's left, and the success they're having, there's no advantage for Alabama.
None. Maybe their flat top game is going to be on point. The little Bubba Gump flat top.
I guess that is the only.
Their watch game is going to be on point. We know Alabama's giving their players tons of watches, so Butch can contribute to that.
Correct. Okay, maybe we have one.
Ooh, maybe Saban is bringing Butch in to be the fall guy for recruiting.
He doesn't need Butch for that.
You're right.
Because he controls college football.
Right.
He doesn't need Butch for that.
I don't know. I've got nothing.
Hour 2 coming up.
Hour 1 of the Swain event is brought to you by Toyota Knoxville. Stop by Toyota Knoxville to see their great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. They are located conveniently off the Lover Road exit at 10415 Parkside Drive, right here in Knoxville.
Charlie Burris here. If
You ever see me wearing a cool Tennessee-themed t-shirt on the show or out around town? I can tell you, it came from nothing too fancy. These guys have the most awesome vintage-style men's and women's t-shirt designs for all ages. From the TriStar to Sunsphere to Norris Lake, they have apparel for everything that you love about East Tennessee. And they don't just have t-shirts either. They also have blankets, glassware, koozies, stickers, and more. Find all of the incredible stuff that Nothing Too Fancy has to offer at 435 Union Avenue in downtown Knoxville or at nothingtoofancy.com. You'll love it. I promise everyone will be asking you where you got that cool t-shirt from. Again, it's Nothing Too Fancy. 435 Union Avenue in downtown Knoxville or nothingtoofancy.com.
No one will be selling pre-owned vehicles for less this month than Beatty Chevrolet. Find massive pre-owned savings on over 250 vehicles. Chevys, Toyotas, Hondas, Fords, Nissans, Jeeps, Subarus, and more. Save up to 50% off original MSRP. 50% off, like this pre-owned 16 Chevy Malibu, now $13,995. And a pre-owned 14 Hyundai Santa Fe, $15,995. Plus, buy with confidence with the Beatty warranty for life.
Hyundai Santa Fe stock number P6279A, Malibu stock number P6311 plus tax fees. Subject to prior sales. Savings include all manufacturer and dealer incentives and rebates. Not all buyers will qualify with approved credit. See dealer for details.
Want a custom-themed tumbler, bottle, or koozie to show off your team spirit the way you want to? Look no further than Game Time Sidekicks. Every design has you, the fan, in mind. All of their tumblers, bottles, and koozies are double-walled, vacuum-insulated stainless steel, and their quality is second to none in the tumbler market. Game Time Sidekicks offers full-color tumblers with many different logo options, so fans will have something they are proud to carry around. With the holidays right around the corner, a Game Time Sidekicks product makes the perfect gift. Use promo code Swain at checkout to get 20% off your entire purchase at GameTimeSidekicks.com. They also offer $5 flat rate shipping. Be sure to check out the Game Time Workshop on the website and customize your tumbler. Carry your team with Game Time Sidekick.
Gentlemen, when it comes to health and quality of life, there are numbers every man needs to know, including our testosterone number. I recommend going to Low T Center. They make it quick and easy to get your levels checked, and is covered by most health insurance, with results in about 20 minutes. Low T levels can make you feel tired and grumpy. It can raise your cholesterol, cause weight gain, and loss of muscle mass. Low T Center's physicians specialize in treating low T in men. Listen to me here. They know men's health and are reinventing men's health care. Call 865-392-1388 or go to lowtcenter.com. At some point in your life, you're going to need an attorney. You need a guy like Jared Castile with the law firm of Butler, Vines, and Babb. Jared Castile is East Tennessee born, and he understands what giving his all truly means. To Jared, every case is big and every client is important. He will aggressively push your case to make sure you are quickly paid every dollar that you deserve. Give Jared Castile a call, 865-244-3933, and talk with him directly. His office is located at 2701 Kingston Pike. So if you've been injured in a car wreck, let Jared Castile and Butler, Vines, and Babb fight for you.
Hey, Annie, you're the spokesperson for Toyota Knoxville, right?
That's right.
Why should I buy from Toyota Knoxville?
Are you looking for new or used vehicles?
Does it matter?
No, because Toyota Knoxville has over 390 new Toyotas on the ground and over 350 pre-owned vehicles available to choose from.
Okay, so big selection.
And a lifetime warranty at no charge on all new and select pre-owned vehicles.
A lifetime warranty.
A non-factory limited lifetime powertrain warranty with unlimited miles. Plus 30 years of experience in Knoxville, not just serving our customers, serving our community.
And the buying experience?
Hello, it's Toyota Knoxville. Read the reviews. Talk to anybody that's been there.
Okay. Where am I going?
Toyota Knoxville is at I-40 and the Lover Road exit. Go to Parkside Drive. You can't miss it.
Can I tell them Annie sent me?
I wish you would. If you're passionate about the car you drive, come meet the people that are passionate about the way they sell at Toyota Knoxville. ToyotaKnoxville.com. Warranty good at participating dealers.
Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, a place where you belong.
Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union has helped people save money for almost 80 years. Whether it's free checking, financing a vehicle, or purchasing that new home, Alcoa 10 is here to help you. Better rates, better service. Check them out at atfcu.com.
Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, a place where you belong.
Member NCUA.
Senior Home Assistance is East Tennessee's largest in-home care provider, and they're still growing. Right now, Senior Home Assistance is hiring full-time and part-time employees. If you or someone you know is looking for a rewarding career that changes people's lives, call Senior Home Assistance today. Our staff of compassionate providers help senior citizens and those with injuries or disabilities live in the comfort of their own home while providing families the comfort of knowing their loved one is well cared for. Senior Home Assistance has many openings right now. Call 865-769-4170 today or visit www.seniorhomeassistance.com for more information. That's 865-769-4170 or www.seniorhomeassistance.com. Senior Home Assistance is an equal opportunity employer.
Let me sit up in my chair. My teachers used to tell me that. Oh, this is your headphones? Yep. Why was it over here, man? Here. Take this. I'll take that.
There we go.
Why didn't y'all let a brother know, man? Y'all gonna let me just grab the wrong headphones?
Man, you really are a thug this morning, stealing and everything.
Golly. That's right, man. Thugged out. Go give me a tattoo across my stomach like Tupac.
No, you got to get it on your chest.
Is it on? It was on his chest.
I didn't know you were referring to just Tupac.
Yeah, Tupac had it on the stomach, I think.
Well,
yeah.
You know, the move nowadays is to get tattooed on your chest.
Yeah, I'm going to get thug life because, Tennessee athletes, we thugs. So I got to feel like I got to catch up. Thugged out, baby.
You got to make up for the last 10 years.
That's right, man. That's right. I'm a thief. I just stole your headphones, Charlie, even though they're not yours.
And now
Cruel.
Steal your girl.
Oh, boy. Why? Let's get to Hub City Vol fan. Hub City, tell us how much Ben deserves it for what?
For picking against Tennessee last night, or for leaving me on hold for 40 minutes.
Hold on. Let me. I just want to point something out. Charlie has picked against Tennessee like 10 billion times on the podcast this year, and not a single person has said anything to him.
Well,
one time
I've been right
against Tennessee. No, you weren't.
I've been right multiple times about Tennessee losing games. I think the Arkansas game, I'm almost certain I chose.
I don't remember what happened.
Arkansas, like stuff like that. But I've also been wrong, so But I'm more of a negative Nelly of sorts.
Nancy.
Exactly.
Yeah, and Ben's positive, and always like Tennessee's got this, no matter what the odds. And then you just failed us. You're like, I'm going to go with Mississippi State, and they choked.
I did it on purpose because I knew I would put a good jinx on Mississippi State, so that was my reasoning behind it.
Nice attempt, Ben.
As long as there's a reason, I suppose.
I guess. Hub City, what's up, man? It's good to hear from you.
Man, I was just going to say, I was listening to y'all talk about Bruce and the Reverend, and I was thinking back when I was a kid, and I'm pretty sure it was Family Circus. They would have the cartoons, and then they would have like the good conscience on one side with the angel halo, and then the bad one, and that's like Bruce and the Reverend. It's like the good head coach, and then the slightly shady one.
Yeah. I think that's a great illustration. I agree with you 100%, man.
It just made me laugh. That's all I was gonna call it and say.
Yeah, like Ben would be like our positive person on one shoulder. And then Charlie's the negative person on the other shoulder.
Yep, just negative Nancy. You
Yeah,
can't help
yeah.
it. But, I mean, that's him. So.
I embrace it. That is who I am.
Yeah, at least he doesn't argue with you and say, no, I'm positive. I mean, he's like, I'm a pessimist.
Nope, I definitely am.
Charlie can't wait for the SEC women's basketball tournament to begin. For the
whoever Tennessee plays first, I'm picking them. That's
Auburn.
Yeah, I was going to say, they had that on the game last night. I watched the Arkansas Auburn game last night, and they had that bracket, but I don't remember who it was.
Yeah, they play Auburn on tomorrow night at 6 Central, so I think it's 7 Eastern, and then if they win, they play South Carolina again.
Yeah. At least Charlie would never have you on hold for 35 minutes.
I didn't know you were on hold. It's the thing. When we called, who'd we have on as a guest that day? I don't know.
Oh,
Somebody.
Stop
Oh
making-
yeah, it was when Trey. We had Trey on.
Stop making excuses.
Hub City called as I was calling Trey, and I guess when I put him on hold, I put everybody on hold, and I didn't see Hub City call in.
That is one advantage to living in Central Time is, those 8 o'clock games, they're only over at 10 here. They're not over at 11.
Man, I was hurting this morning because
You didn't
I
have to
watched
bring that
Arkansas
up.
too.
Yeah.
I watched Arkansas Auburn.
Yeah, and that was a good game, too. There was a boy from Jackson, Tennessee showed out for Arkansas.
Oh, okay. How about that, man? That's you are
Bradford.
Barford.
He's from
he
Jackson,
was balling.
Tennessee.
Oh, he was balling. He was
He
balling.
looked good last night.
He sure did, man. I was in my house going, woo, peace, woo. Whatever silly chant that is. I was doing that last night, man. I was going for the Hogs.
Their FBI chant was tripping me out. I was laughing.
Oh yeah, that's funny. How about the Florida fans throwing dollar bills
Money?
at the Auburn players like they were freaking private dancers or something?
Yeah,
Acting like they played for Louisville.
Yeah, like
That's right.
that was weird. How about the players? They should get it for what? For giving the money back. You better keep that money. Get you some
They'll be
going down
ineligible.
some Doritos out the vending machine or something.
That's right.
All
All
right,
right, guys. Y'all have a good day.
All right, man. You too. I wouldn't be giving that money back. So I got a story. So I was in Atlanta. This was probably 10 years ago. I hate gentlemen clubs.
Oh Lord,
I
don't
do.
know where this is going.
I don't like them. I think they're pointless. I really do. But I was there, and someone gave me like a stack of money. My eligibility was up, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are we
Yeah,
talking
I
about
was-
here? Who
I
is
had-
somebody?
I had no more. I didn't have any more eligibility. Okay, so just get this.
I'm with you.
Get
All
this straight. I played my last game in Tennessee, but I was in Atlanta, and I was given a stack of ones. It was
Okay.
100.
Classic strip club
Just
stuff.
just to be able to participate, because
Gymnast
I wasn't
club.
going to participate with my own money. And so I was thinking, man, should I participate or should I pocket?
Pocket.
Participate, pocket.
I would've
Participate, pocket. Okay, so I did a little bit of both. All right, and they throw the money all in the air and stuff like that. I may have caught one on accident, or 2 or 3 or 10, and put it in my pocket. Does that make me a bad person?
No, it makes you a smart person.
Does it make me a thief? Am I a thug?
I would not have thrown the money. I would have kept
Am
it.
I a thug? Did I steal Precious? Did I steal her money? Her college fund money?
You could look at it as, I mean, these girls got a job.
I'm a
and
thug.
They
they're
probably
trying,
have a baby.
They're trying to support
Stop.
theirs, and you took their money.
I'm a thief, man. I'm
But-
terrible.
But at the same time, I mean, the person just indiscriminately gave you money. So
Here's the thing. How popular was this club in Atlanta?
It's probably the most popular club. It's this club you hear about on like rap songs and stuff.
And my point in asking that is that those ladies probably don't need your extra $10.
But I had my hands folded because I was uncomfortable. I told you I don't like those clubs, so I had my hands folded. And what happened was the money it just fell right there in the crease when my hands were folded.
You like catching it?
Well, I mean, what am I supposed to do? Yeah, I had a basket. Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm a receiver. I just finished up playing. I can't help it, man. My natural instincts kicked in,
Honestly,
and I caught it.
I'm disappointed
I'm a
you didn't
thug.
take the entire $100.
No, you can't do that. You can't do
Why
that.
not? They don't know.
Well, I could have done it that time. So I was at another time. Okay, I told you guys
You
I don't
sure
like it.
don't like these things.
I know, but it was peer pressure. It's Jonathan Wade's fault. So I'm with him, and I had on like a green shirt or something, and like you have a DJ, right? In the imagine Stir the Pearl in a gentleman's club, like super hype, energetic, and like the guy called me out because I wasn't participating. Like he called me out. I was like, all right, man, you can call me out all you want to. I don't have any money to be sharing today.
I'm broke.
I'm not here because I want to be here. I'm here because I was dragged out the house because I'm really a homebody. And so, yeah, that was story time for today. I don't know why I told that story, but it's a funny story. Oh, yeah, because Florida fans were throwing money at the Auburn players.
Correct.
Like they were the Gentlemen's Club.
And they gave it away.
Yeah, why they give it back?
Because right now Auburn players can't afford to be taking money.
You know how many tacos you can get with that?
It would be an NCAA violation
It
for
would
them
be
to
an
take it, I
NCAA
think.
violation.
I actually think it would be if they took the money off the ground and I mean I think
that's why they gave it to compliance.
And it would be on camera.
You know how many tacos you can get with $5?
A lot.
They could have got like 20
Depending on
tacos.
what institution you go to buy them.
They could have got like 15, 20 tacos, man. Easy.
I know a taco place on the Strip that you can get a lot.
I know there's a taco place. It's not a taco place that Knoxville doesn't have. Like J and the B. You ever got those tacos?
You can go there if you want to, Ben, but you will be on IR the next morning.
Yes.
But it would be a good IR.
With the bubbles. No, it will be the bad IR. You have the bubbles. The bubbly guts. You don't want those.
Nobody wants the bubble guts.
No one wants those. Auburn players acting like they didn't want that money. Acting like they didn't take money to get there. But then when the camera's rolling, they're going to give it back. Come on, man. Come on, Auburn.
They have to act innocent.
Come on. If them cameras was off, they would have taken that money straight to the vending machine.
Straight to the vending machine.
All day long.
Or my favorite, I go to the gas station. The gas station nowadays has all the goodies.
Like taquitos and gummy worms.
God love me some gummy worms.
What's the chip? What's it called? Bugles or
Bugles? Yeah.
Yeah. Bugles.
Old school right there. I used to have some of
the
those.
triangles.
Yeah, the triangles.
The most underrated bag of chips. I'm just gonna say it. Funyuns. The most underrated bag of chips.
Funyuns
the only
are good.
Thing with Funyuns is to make your breath stink.
Sorry, man. I don't
just
want my
make
breath.
sure you have to buy a pack of gum with the Funyuns.
Andy Cap's hot fries.
What?
Oh,
I don't like spicy food, so that doesn't sound like something I would try.
Man,
Ben walking around here with his breath smelling like garbage truck juice.
If you ever smell my breath and it smells bad, it's probably because I just had a bag of Funyuns. But that doesn't change the fact that they are one of the greatest chips of all time.
It's definitely overrated. Swain event. Be right back.
Hour 2 of the Swain event is brought to you by Premier Surgical Associates. Visit premiersurgical.com to find out about all the procedures and services they offer to help you live a better life. Premier Surgical Associates, expertise you can trust.
Craving homemade flavors that don't take hours in the kitchen? Mrs. Grissom's cheese spreads and chicken salads are the perfect go-to. Ready-to-eat meals and snacks found in the meat or dairy section at the grocery store with flavors of home in every bite. Whether you crave the classic Mrs. Grissom's pimento cheese or the gold gluten-free select cranberry pecan chicken salad, enjoy the sweet taste of a home-cooked meal in every container. Select the best. Select Mrs. Grissom's.
Small town, like a small town when I'm with you.
You're driving home, flashing blue lights in your rearview mirror. You pull over, step out of your car, and the next thing you know, you're being arrested for driving under the influence. Now what do you do? We all should be responsible, but remember, just because you're arrested doesn't mean you're guilty. Call criminal defense and DUI attorney Marcos Garza at 865-540-8300. The investigative teams at the Garza Law Firm know the justice system inside and out. They utilize cutting-edge technologies and investigative methods to prepare your specific case. Before you plead guilty to any criminal charges, call criminal defense and DUI attorney Marcos Garza. Put his number in your phone right now, 865-540-8300, because you never know when you or a friend will need it. Don't say guilty. Say Garza. 865-540-8300. 865-540-8300 and GarzaLaw.com.
Voted Best Barbecue in City View Magazine and a top 100 barbecue restaurant in the country, Dead End is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering and local delivery with Valet Gourmet. That's right, you can have Dead End brought to you. Can't think of the spread for your next event? Get Dead End to cater it. Check them out online, deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Goes your car insurance. Nobody likes surprises, so switch to Erie Rate Lock. Get a great rate that stays that way even after an accident, ticket, or inflation. In fact, it's locked until you change a car, driver, or your address.
Your Erie agent in Knoxville is InsureFit RM. Get a quote at 865-684-4900. That's 865-684-4900.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
More than 20 million Americans suffer from gallbladder disease, and if you're one of them, Premier Surgical Associates can help. Gallbladder removal is one of the most common and safe surgeries available, and Premier has experienced physicians who are trained in the latest techniques for diagnosing and surgically treating gallbladder disease. Don't keep putting up with the pain. Visit premiersurgical.com right now to find out all the ways they can help you live a better life. Premier Surgical Associates. Expertise you can trust.
Cryptology Escape Rooms in Pigeon Forge is the area's top-rated new attraction. With 4 unique escape room experiences to choose from, Cryptology has something for everyone. At Cryptology, you and your friends have 1 hour to solve the clues, riddles, and puzzles that lead to your escape. From first-timers to seasoned escape room pros, Cryptology has something for everyone. This is an experience you have to see to believe. Located on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge, Cryptology is a short trip from Knoxville. Come see for yourself why thousands of satisfied visitors have rated Cryptology the best escape room experience in East Tennessee. Cryptology is also a great place for corporate team building exercises or holiday outings. Visit cryptologywithak.us now or call 865-366-1796 for more information or to book your Cryptology experience. That's cryptologywithak.us or 865-366-1796. If you need a better night's sleep, you have to visit Better Mattress. With 6 area locations in Maryville, Knoxville, and Oak Ridge, there is a Better Mattress near you. Locally and employee-owned with exclusive mattresses handcrafted in East Tennessee, there really is not another place like Better Mattress in town. Not only do they know what they're doing, they care about what they're doing. Better Mattress has a worry-free 100-night guarantee. Get started now. Visit BetterMattress.com. That's BEDRmattress.com and click on Mattress Prescription. Good night just got better.
We have all made the mistake of dropping or breaking our smartphones. See? But did you know that you can have it repaired for a fraction of the cost it takes to replace it? Well, you can, because iDrop is the area's leading mobile repair store, home of the 1 hour or less phone repair, 1 year parts warranty, and #1 customer service. Broken screens, cracked cameras, charging ports, batteries, you break it, we'll fix it. If you didn't break your phone, protect it with one of our leading accessories such as LifeProof, OtterBox, UAG, Incipico, Caseology, and Spec. Visit our West Hills location at 7115 Kingston Pike between Office Depot and Hardee's, or call 865-888-9740 and speak with our trained technicians to see how we can get your phone working today.
As the weather grows colder, insects begin to become dormant. That does not mean that you don't need to safeguard your home from pests. Now is the perfect time to begin treatment to prevent issues in the spring. Let Southeast Termite and Pest Control handle all of your pest control needs. Southeast is locally and family owned and has been in business since 1971. They are a full-service pest control company that includes mosquito treatments, bed bugs, fall invaders, spring issues, carpenter bees, etc. They even offer liquid termite treatments with the market's best termiticide. There are no salesmen to deal with. The technicians give the pricing and provide the service, and the owners are always available. So contact Southeast Termite and Pest Control at 865-925-3700 and online at southeasttermite.com. There is a 90% chance of rain today with a high near 55, a 100% chance tonight with a low around 50. Tomorrow, the rain continues until around 4 p.m. with a high of 64 and wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, the chance of rain drops to 30% with a low around 38. Friday, mostly sunny with a high near 51. Weather on the Swain event is brought to you by Be Dry. If your basement is wet or cracked, Be Dry can help. BeDry.com.
Eight 865-200-5402 is the telephone number to the Be Dry Waterproofing Hotline. Hour 2 is brought to you by Premier Surgical and PremierSurgical.com. Take a look at the text box. Jonesboro Jeremy says, Swain taking diaper money from them poor baby mamas.
College funds.
They're just trying to get through life, trying to get theirs, and you're taking it from them.
Provide for their kids.
It was an accident.
And you're over here taking $10 from them.
It was an accident.
I mean, that's a meal.
It was an accident. It was totally an accident. Devin P says Saban is bringing Butch in so he can learn the goal line pass game from the winning goal. Yep. Mm-hmm.
That doesn't work.
Yes.
The what not to do on the goal line is why he's bringing him in.
VFL 16 says, if we are the Spurs, is Grant or Admiral playing the role of Tim Duncan?
Ooh. I don't think either one of them are. As far as, I mean, maybe his leadership.
Tim Duncan doesn't talk.
Yeah.
Grant. Unless he's complaining to the referees.
What? On that note, my roommate and I got into a huge debate the other 2 nights ago. He was trying to tell me that Tim Duncan wasn't one of the biggest complainers in NBA history. I was like, bro, what?
Yeah, Tim Duncan
What planet are we on?
Probably one of the worst.
Tim Duncan is, like, the worst. Joey Crawford threw him out of the game just because he didn't like him.
Yeah.
Off the bench.
Tim Duncan was one of the worst. No doubt about it. That's a good question, VFL 16.
Who's the Manu Ginobili of this team? Who's Tony Parker? I guess Jordan Bone?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because they both fast as all get out.
I guess Lamonte would be the Manu. Their games aren't similar, but Manu comes off the bench or did come off the bench.
Okay.
And that's kind of Lamonte.
That's as close as we can get.
And he finishes the game.
Is Jordan Bow and is he
Robert Horry?
Is he Bruce Bowen?
Bruce Bowen, that is. And their names are similar.
Or is he Sean Elliott?
Robert, what was that guy's last name? Robert Horry?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if I was pronouncing it correctly. Who would that be?
A big guy who just comes in and shoot threes?
Admiral?
Yeah, no, Admiral does a little bit more than that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess Tony Parker would be Jordan Bone. Manu would be Lamonte. Tim Duncan, if I had to pick between Grant
it would be Grant.
It'd be Grant.
Because Tim Duncan had the fundamentals. He had the jump shot. He had the great footwork in the paint. Had the bank shot. I would probably say Grant. Yeah, I would say Grant.
Admiral is LeBron, so he can't beat Tim Duncan.
Why is he doing this, man?
Why? Well, who's the Kawhi Leonard? Defensive guy.
865-200-5402 is the telephone number. It's not identical.
No.
But
John Fulkerson, Pau Gasol.
It's the way that the Vols are ran by Rick Barnes is very similar to the Spurs. I really like that comparison.
Disciplined, good team basketball.
Yes, unselfish. Late Night says, Ben, let it go. You are in a hole. Put down the shovel.
About which one? We've had about 5 different conversations regarding something I've said today.
Dude, the one off the air was the worst.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Charlie somewhat agreed with me, so I felt
no,
a
he
little
did
better.
not. No, he did not.
With the
don't try to bring
with
Charlie.
The LeBron
no,
James.
no, with the Halle Berry.
Oh.
Don't bring don't try to bring Charlie down.
Yeah.
Don't put Charlie in that.
But once I realized,
kept it tight.
Once I realized a certain factor, I kind of turned my opinion around on that one.
Yeah, Ben. I'm sorry, Ben. I gotta do this.
Well, let me
Okay.
say what I said.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So, the other night I was watching Kevin Hart's comedy special
What
on
now?
Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Where it had the little movie beforehand
at the beginning,
and Halle Berry was in it.
Uh-huh.
And I had a realization that, in my opinion, Halle Berry is not as good looking as everybody makes her out to be. Not that she isn't good looking; she is a very fine woman. But I guess I also didn't have like a good picture of Halle Berry in my head. So like this was one of it kind of refreshed my memory seeing her.
You're watching her.
I know,
What
but
you mean picturing your
I don't
head?
ever see her anywhere anymore. So I hadn't seen her in a while, and it was like, I mean, she looks as good as Jennifer Aniston to me. Like she looks as good as these other
Same
people.
age-ish.
But then once I realized that she was 51 years old and she looks like that kind of changed things for me.
I would just say
I went
they are
back on
both 50 years old, and they have both kept it together very well.
Well, here's the real question. Charlie and I were talking about our worst hot takes that we have. Mine was the Halle Berry. Charlie thinks pizza is trash.
I really don't like pizza.
Like what?
It blows up my stomach.
I
That's why.
Well, okay, well,
like it. I actually find pizza as a dish like pretty tasty, but I pay for it.
What do you lactose or something?
I don't know. No. First of all, no, I'm not, and that's why I don't understand. I guess it's just like the combination of all those factors. I genuinely, don't know, but it's always been that way.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know, man.
So between
I got a surprise for you, Charlie.
You got a pizza shirt on?
Oh, we're wearing the same shirt.
Please take off your jacket.
No.
I didn't know that you got that shirt.
Please take off
No,
your jacket.
no.
Yeah. So
don't try to run your moves on me, Ben.
What am I trying? What am I getting her for? What for? Is it for the Gamecock being a chicken?
Yes.
Is it for the LeBron James? Is it for the Halle Berry?
Yeah, you're struggling this morning.
I think I'm doing fine. I'm thriving and I'm surviving.
Late night. Let us know which comment from Ben.
Which one was the worst?
Yeah, because Ben is on fire this morning, man.
Hot taking it up.
Someone else says that Butch would not be hired by Nick Saban. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is Jimmy Sexton we're talking about here. This is Jimmy Sexton we're talking about. What harm can it do for Nick Saban to allow Butch to be on the staff?
Just his presence.
It's a joke. It's a running joke that would never get old. We can just make fun of Alabama. But other than that, what is Nick Saban losing? He brought in Lane freaking Kiffin, man.
I just truly do not see a benefit in bringing in Butch Jones.
I don't either, but
my question is like, yeah, what at all
What
is
are you
Saban
gaining?
getting out of this more other than having to rehab Butch Jones?
It's just he's doing him a favor. He's doing Jimmy Sexton a favor. He's doing Butch Jones a favor. That's the only thing I can see here. Like with Lane Kiffin, at least Lane was bringing something to the table. Nick wanted to do more no huddle. Nick wanted to go spread the ball around, be a little bit more, I guess, multiple, evolve with the times. And Lane was the best play caller in college football, so you brought him on, and he helped you do those things you want to do on offense because you had got yourself beat by teams like Auburn, Texas A&M, and Ole Miss, and you wanted to bring in a guy that could do the same thing that they were doing. I get that. I don't understand what Butch brings to the table. I think this is just a favor that he's doing for Jimmy Sexton because Jimmy Sexton has helped him make a lot of money.
Yeah, and it would definitely be a favor for Jimmy Sexton, not Butch Jones, because I don't see Butch Jones and Nick Saban having a prior relationship.
No.
In any capacity.
Because Butch to Saban was one of those coaches where Saban got asked about him and he would say things like, "Oh, I think Butch is doing a great job up
mighty
there.
fine job.
You know, I would assume Neyland Stadium's a great stadium that they play in, and their fans are great, and Butch is doing a great job. Just real general.
Yeah, like you said that about Dooley.
Yeah,
Dooley. Yeah, said the same thing about Dooley. This is what happened. Jimmy Sexton called Nick Saban and was like, "Listen, I need a favor, man. I got this client. I can't get him any work. He's not marketable. No one wants him. Did you see that train wreck at Tennessee? No one wants to hire my client. Can you do me a favor here, Dick? Can you let him just hang out with you, man? Just let him hang out with you, learn how to be a head coach, and just maybe in a year or two, I can get him a job at Idaho State or something." I just can't.
Please send him to Idaho.
I can't get him a job right now. I think this is a favor that Jimmy Sexton is asking of Nick Saban.
He can build Idaho State potato by potato.
Yes, he can do that.
Go potatoes.
Because that's the only way.
PFL, potato for life.
That's the only way Butch is going to be able to coach again at a D1 institution, man. He has to go rehab at Alabama. It's the Alabama coaching rehab program.
But here's the question. Can Butch be rehabbed? Like, can he come out on the other side?
That's hard to say.
An actual football coach. He
Butch
enters as a imposter. Does he leave an actual football coach?
Butch was toxic and continues to be toxic in a way that I don't know that I've seen from a normally fired coach, from a coach that wasn't fired for egregious cheating or something like
Rich Rod,
Hugh Freeze. Toxic in a way that I don't think that I've seen from a coach that just got fired for not winning.
Dude, McElwain.
He's untouchable.
McElwain got fired because he called out the fans threatening his family. And he still got a job. He's an offensive coordinator, man, at Michigan.
Well, wide receivers coach.
And offensive coordinator at Michigan. He's doing both. He's going to be offensive coordinator. He called out the fans at Florida.
And was wrong.
He called out the fans, man. He got a job. Butch Jones can't. He can't find a job. He can't go be offensive coordinator because the last time he was offensive coordinator, the offense was like 120th in the country at Central Michigan. It was terrible. This is the best situation for Butch. If he wants to be a head coach, he has to go learn from Nick Saban. He has to let Jimmy Sexton next year or 2 years talk to an AD and go, "Listen, my client learned a lot from Nick Saban. He learned how to be a head coach. Look what he did at Tennessee. He was able to, create some excitement. He's a great, quote-unquote, builder. Perception-wise, he's a good builder. You can use my client. He learned a lot from Nick Saban." And there's this perception that coaches from the Nick Saban coaching tree are successful.
Tim Drevno is Michigan's offensive coordinator. McElwain is strictly the wide receivers coach, according to the website.
Drevno, they just let go of somebody.
What I saw on McElwain, I believe is Bruce Feldman, is that he was going to be wide receivers coach and have a strong input on the offensive game plan each week. So
I think they parted ways with that Drevno guy.
Well, Michigan needs to update their website.
They parted ways with Tim Drevno, and now McElwain's offense coordinator.
I was surprised that
happened a few days ago.
I was surprised because at first it was McElwain was just going to be wide receivers coach, and then I guess they moved on from the offense coordinator. I was surprised that McElwain did take a wide receiver coach job because I think he could be a good offensive coordinator. Obviously,
he was a good offensive coordinator at Alabama.
Yes,
he
correct.
did a good job.
And so I was kind of surprised to see him take a wide receivers coach
job.
But
all the coaches that got fired, they have landed on their feet, either being a coordinator or being a coach somewhere else. Look at Kevin Sumlin.
Except Bielema and Butch Jones.
Yeah,
and Bielema could be a coach somewhere if he wanted to. Yeah, outside of the SEC.
Yeah, Bielema's good.
He's got money.
Bielema
They're going to be paying him for a while.
But Bielema also has a young child.
Yes.
So
like young child.
You get a chance to spend some time there and then get back into coaching. Bielema will not have a problem getting a job next year.
No, and I think he'll be on TV this year.
He could be on TV and be great.
I mean,
I would love to see Bielema take Gene Chizik's spot.
He was great on the coach's film room. For I think it was the Rose Bowl that he did.
I like Gene Chizik, but I think Brett Bielema will be a little bit better. All right, let me get back to the text box here. Concrete Vol says, "Wait, guys, you seriously didn't know that about the Gamecock? I mean, we knew, man. It's chicken. Yeah, who didn't know that?
Parmesan.
Who didn't know that?" Nelson says, "I pray to God that Bama signs Butch. I would love to see Butch get a good old-fashioned Saban butt chewing."
Oh, wouldn't that be great?
Would be.
Well, remember the chewing that Butch Jones gave the trainer, Tennessee's trainer, at the South Carolina game?
Poor Logan, my guy.
You know, now I would love to see Butch Jones get his due, and Butch Jones be on the receiving end of a Nick Saban. What Lane Kiffin referred to as? An ass chewing.
No, Nick Saban did. Yeah, that's what it is. I think it's a good move for Butch. You know, either going there or going to, Ohio State. Two of the best coaches in college football right now is Urban Meyer and Nick Saban. If I'm Butch Jones, I think this is a really good move.
I don't think that's the question here. I mean, obviously it's a good move for Butch Jones.
It's a great move for Butch.
It's just baffling to me as to why. And once again, I'm not trying to grab the low-hanging fruit. It's just puzzling to me why Nick Saban would want anything to do with Butch Jones. Anything.
Well, it's like, why would Arkansas want anything to do with Walt Wells?
It's a good question.
I mean,
but honestly, I'd rather have Walt Wells than Butch Jones.
Yeah, because Walt Wells at least is going to, have a plug to the
Middle Tennessee area.
Middle Tennessee high school kids. Yeah,
and he probably knows a good bit more football than Butch Jones.
Yeah, I mean, I just hope this happens because number one, Butch can save Tennessee some money, and number two, I'm just here for the jokes. The jokes will be great. Can
we get Butch Jones on the back of a jumbotron in Tuscaloosa or on a billboard?
Stop. 865-200-5402. That would be funny though. Actually,
and for the record,
if Tennessee fans bought a billboard in Tuscaloosa, making fun of that hire, that would be great.
Let's start a GoFundMe and all come together and put a billboard. And also, side note, I am 100% with you in buying a paintball gun and going over to G10, standing on the bottom and shooting that thing up.
I hope that doesn't happen because then I'm going to get blamed for it. I will. That would definitely be my fault if someone actually does that. Admiral Schofield, 33 minutes, 24 points, almost tied a career high that he set on Saturday, scoring 25 points against Ole Miss. Very efficient, 50% from the field. The dude is just so strong inside the paint, so strong. Being made the comparisons to LeBron James, and that's kind of where the comparisons stop. Just
not
in the paint.
Not in skill, just in the terms of you look at everything that LeBron James is able to do well. Admiral is able to do those things well at the college level.
Yeah, he does a lot of really.
He can rebound.
He does a lot of things
pass.
well. Yeah.
No. I'm not saying he's LeBron James by any means.
I know, and he finishes at the basket. He's shown at the last two games that his strength levels allow him to finish at the basket. I mean, getting shots up above the rim when guys are hacking down on his arm, that is impressive.
I mean, I said it on Monday's show. Does Admiral Schofield deserve some Player of the Year consideration? I'm not saying he should win it, but I think he at least deserves consideration.
He deserves consideration.
He's the best player on the best team in the SEC.
If he continues to play the way he's playing, I don't know when the cutoff is because you saw where the Lady Vols was giving out their
season.
I mean, not the Lady Vols, but the SEC gave out their awards for the women, and several Lady Vols were recognized. With the men, I hope that they extend it out to the tournament because that gives Admiral more time, but they won't. It's a regular season award.
I believe they announce it going into the tournament, just like they did with the women's. The regular season ended on Sunday.
Yes.
Tournament starts today. So I'd imagine all the player of the years and the coach of the year for the SEC will be announced next Monday or Tuesday.
Admiral needed about 4 more games. If we had 4 more games, Admiral would have enough time to impress, and I think he would be seriously considered as player of the year
now,
because I think he needs to be.
I think the question now is Rick Barnes the SEC coach of the year?
Without a doubt.
Because even if I know Auburn has tailored off because of injuries and whatnot, but I even said this a month ago, what Rick Barnes is doing with this roster compared to what Bruce Pearl is doing with his roster is more impressive in my opinion, because if you go back and look at the recruiting rankings, Auburn had several guys in the top 100, top 150 playing, even with the absence of Austin Wiley and Daniel Purifoy. Rick Barnes doesn't have anybody, not a single one.
Not a single player who was in the top 100 recruits in the class that they were in.
Yes.
And so Barnes has done it big time with players who are just completely unassuming. It's one of the most impressive coaching jobs. I would say the most impressive coaching job I've seen at Tennessee. Because even when Pearl came in his first year, or what was it, his second year when they got that 2 seed, and beat Texas, beat Rick Barnes, ironically, with Kevin Durant. Even then, like, Tennessee had Chris Lofton. Tennessee had pieces on that team that were already good that Buzz Peterson left behind. But Barnes started from absolute square one.
From nothing.
And just
from Derek Reese.
And built it, and all of these guys, all of these guys are his guys. I don't think there's anyone left over from because they're all juniors.
There's no seniors.
The only senior that would have played potentially for Donnie would be James Daniel, and James Daniel's a grad transfer.
Yes,
so.
and the only guy that would not have been Rick Barnes that should still be on the roster is Dietrich Mostella. He would be a senior this year, and he was and
he's gone.
Was he a Donnie guy? I think he was a Conso at the very end.
Get look that up. But speaking of Donnie, I was getting ready to say this, is that Bruce Pearl didn't have to follow a coach under NCAA getting fired and having a major transition. Rick Barnes followed Donnie Tyndall, had all that craziness going on, and then the coach before that was basically
run out of
town, and he decided to leave. And then the coach before that was fired because of NCAA violations. So you've had this roller coaster with the Tennessee basketball program as far as stability, and Rick Barnes has come in, and he's had 2 years before this year, but my goodness, to be able to do what he's doing with this young group and be one of the best basketball teams in the country, regardless of age, man, you got to give the coach of the year in this conference to Rick Barnes. He gets my pick, and he would have gotten my pick if I wasn't a Tennessee fan.
Yeah, I do agree. I definitely think he's the SEC coach of the year, and if
I think it's a lock if they get at least co-champions on Saturday, which just means they beat Georgia. I think he has it on lock.
Well, I was going to say I already think he has the SEC coach of the year locked down. I think if they are co-champions at minimum, he's the national coach of the year.
Could be.
Dick Vitale. Did you see what Dickie V said? He proclaimed Rick Barnes national coach of the year on Monday night.
It's truly amazing what Rick's done with this team. Truly amazing.
I think it's the most impressive coaching job in the country, and I'm not saying that as a Tennessee
Oh,
fan.
yeah, I mean, it's true. Dickie V, man, he got to help me out here, man. He can't say things like, when he's ripping on Sean Miller at Arizona, but he's still taking up for Calipari. Like, dude, you're killing me, man.
And even 2 or 3 months ago, he was taking up for Sean Miller.
I mean, Dickie V just what I've seen from him,
phase.
He loves everybody until he has this reason to say bad things about him.
He has to say bad things about him.
Yeah, exactly.
Otherwise, he would look stupid not. He's entering the Lee Corso phase.
Where it's just kind of senile, off-the-wall stuff.
He's just old. He's just old man.
Yeah. Shoot the Turkey says maybe Nick and Butch are childhood friends from Michigan. Nick is actually from West Virginia. So maybe no, I don't. There's no connection.
I don't see a young Nick Saban associating himself with somebody like Lyle Allen Jones.
Yeah, I don't see those guys playing the playground together at all. Ken says Michigan just fired the OC. Mac will definitely be the offense coordinator. Yep, that is correct. And let's see here. Rob wants to know before we go to break, what was your LeBron comment? Because I think Rod's just tuning in. So folks don't think that we're comparing Admiral Schofield to LeBron James.
No, their games are similar based on the level that they are at.
Yes.
I'm not saying that Admiral Schofield is the next LeBron James or is as good as LeBron James.
He's versatile.
Yes, LeBron affects the basketball game in every single way possible, and so does Admiral Schofield.
Yeah. Admiral's a really good passer, can shoot the shot, can drive to the paint, create matchup problems, he can post you
defense, can block shots.
Very strong, finish around the rim. He does it all very, very well.
Leaders, one of the greatest leaders.
He's been a leader, and that leadership title, I think, was given to him when we were not able to see it. That is all the shots put up in the gym. That is the improvement that he's been able to show. And when you put the work in, when you outwork everybody else, you have a voice. People respect you. When you put the work in and then you perform, you are a leader by default. And
also where he came from. I mean, his dad being in the Navy. I know very well of being raised in a military family and how structured of a life you live.
Yeah, he had some issues at the beginning, which, if you're under this structure for 18 years, then you get to college and you have this freedom, you may make a mistake. That's happened. It happened with James Banks. So Rick Barnes has been reeling back in, and he's responded perfectly. Hour 2 is brought to you by Premier Surgical.
If you often experience pain and indigestion after large meals, this could be symptomatic of gallbladder disease. And if you are among the 20 million Americans who are suffering from gallbladder disease, Premier Surgical is here for you. Premier has board-certified surgeons who are experts in gallbladder removal, and you don't have to keep suffering from the pain. Just go to premiersurgical.com right now to find out more information about how they can help you live your best life. That's premiersurgical.com. Premier Surgical Associates. Expertise you can trust.
Swain event. Be right back.
Hour 2 of the Swain event is brought to you by Premier Surgical Associates. Visit premiersurgical.com to find out about all the procedures and services they offer to help you live a better life. Premier Surgical Associates. Expertise you can trust.
There is a 90% chance of rain today with a high near 55, a 100% chance tonight with a low around 50. Tomorrow, the rain continues until around 4 p.m. with a high of 64 and wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, the chance of rain drops to 30% with a low around 38. Friday, mostly sunny with a high near 51. Weather on the Swain event is brought to you by Be Dry. If your basement is wet or cracked, Be Dry can help. BeDry.com.
JC's Tree and Landscaping Service specializes in quality tree work done at an affordable price. Trimming and removing trees are their specialty. They also offer other services like land clearing, stump grinding, crane services, and all of your basic landscaping needs for both commercial and residential. JC's will give you a free estimate and beat any written quote by a competitor to guarantee that you get the lowest price around. Don't risk your land with a fly-by-night service. JC's Tree and Landscaping is licensed and insured. Give them a call at 865-599-3799.
By now, you know that Mooyah has the best burgers in Knoxville. Their beef is never frozen, they have all-natural turkey burgers and black bean veggie burgers, not to mention they make their buns in-house every day. But now, you can also get 100% all-beef hot dogs or, wait for it, all-natural chicken sandwiches. Trust me, these chicken sandwiches put chicken restaurants to shame. So stop into Mooyah and taste the difference. Located at 7301 Kingston Pike, right by Better Mattress. It's 2018 and some big things are having their 60th anniversary this year. NASA was formed, the microchip was invented, Elvis was inducted into the Army, and Be Dry was formed. That's right, Be Dry has been providing peace of mind to homeowners and doing business on a handshake for 60 years. Be Dry offers basement waterproofing, crawl space waterproofing, and approved foundation repair solutions. Protect your biggest asset with a trustworthy company that stands behind their services with some of the best warranties in the industry. Contact B-Dry today at 865-622-5838 or online at bdry.com for a free estimate. Financing is available. Be sure to mention you heard about B-Dry on the Swain event and receive up to $500 off your full perimeter solution.
If you often experience pain and indigestion after large meals, this could be symptomatic of gallbladder disease. If you're among the 20 million Americans who are suffering from gallbladder disease, Premier Surgical is here for you. Premier has board-certified surgeons who are experts in gallbladder removal. You don't have to keep suffering from gallbladder pain. Go to premiersurgical.com right now to find out more information. Premier Surgical Associates, expertise you can trust.
If you need a better night's sleep, you have to visit Better Mattress. With 6 area locations in Maryville, Knoxville, and Oak Ridge, there is a Better Mattress near you. Locally and employee-owned with exclusive mattresses handcrafted in East Tennessee, there really is not another place like Better Mattress in town. Not only do they know what they're doing, they care about what they're doing. Better Mattress has a worry-free 100-night guarantee. Get started now. Visit bettermattress.com. That's bedrmattress.com and click on Mattress Prescription. Good night just got better.
Gentlemen, when it comes to health and quality of life, there are numbers every man needs to know, including our testosterone number. I recommend going to Low T Center. They make it quick and easy to get your levels checked, and it's covered by most health insurance, with results in about 20 minutes. Low T levels can make you feel tired and grumpy. It can raise your cholesterol, cause weight gain, and loss of muscle mass. Low T Center's physicians specialize in treating low T in men. Listen to me here. They know men's health and are reinventing men's health care. Call 865-392-1388 or go to lowtcenter.com. VFL's Jason Swain and Todd Kelly with another update on Smoothie King, the healthy alternative to fast food. Fitness blends, slim blends, wellness blends, and take a break blends are all on the menu at Smoothie King. In addition, we now have the delicious and nutritious coffee smoothies that will jumpstart your day and keep you running when you need an afternoon pick-me-up.
Swain, Smoothie King has been the place I can count on for a healthy meal or snack since 1999. They truly are a healthy alternative to fast food. My go-to smoothies are still the Chocolate Gladiator and the Chocolate Shredder with the scoop of peanut butter. Smoothie King definitely helps me keep up the demands of work and a busy lifestyle.
Man, I hear you, TK. I got to stay in shape to keep up with my growing family and all that they're doing. Smoothie King helps me stay energized and ready to meet whatever the day brings. Make the Sip by Sip program part of your life. Use Smoothie King as a meal replacement 5 or more times a week, and you'll notice a difference.
Swain, you and Smoothie King are both legit. We need to get to Smoothie King right now, Swaino. I need a Chocolate Gladiator with some peanut butter, and I can truly say I'm a Smoothie King for life.
Smoothie King. Delicious and nutritious. The healthy alternative to fast food.
Don't forget the peanut butter.
Bring on the dogs. Bring them on. Hour 3, powered by Low T Center, lowtcenter.com. It's time to get some revenge on those dogs. Tennessee lost their first contest. There's not a team playing better in the SEC than the University of Tennessee. Needs to carry over on Saturday as we get ready to enter SEC play, man, in St. Louis.
St. Louis. I'm so excited to go up there. I'm so excited.
It's going to be wild.
Are you excited or are you excited? Are you Jeremy
We're
Pruitt excited?
We're excited to be going to.
I'll let Brad continue to say that. I will remain excited.
Are you Jeremy Pruitt excited?
I am Jeremy Pruitt level excited.
All right, good.
I don't want to take Brad's.
That's his thing, man.
That's his thing.
That's
I don't
his
want to
thing.
take it from him.
Like
and
Stokes, Steve Spurrier,
that was his thing.
That's his thing.
Well, what's my thing? Dogging Andrew Harrison.
Is this the part like as a parent when like
you're like, oh, honey,
when you tell your son that, yeah, you can play quarterback.
Yeah, you're special.
But he can't throw 5 yards.
I can tell you what your thing is, Ben.
You gotta like tell him a lie.
People think you're black. That's your thing.
Okay.
All right, Charlie.
What's
your thing,
right?
Charlie?
I'm a negative D-bag. You know.
That's not positive, Charlie.
That's why he's a negative D-bag.
Yeah. So Seth has the Steve Spurrier. Brad does the Jeremy Pruitt. I'm excited. And we're looking for like your thing.
I'm multi-talented. I don't have a thing. I'm a utility player. I'm like Admiral Schofield and LeBron James.
This is like when your significant other is like not feeling great about themselves,
and you gotta boost their confidence,
and they need reassurance, and they ask you,
"What do you love about me?
What do you like about me? Why are you with me?"
See what had happened.
Didn't we do this the first 3 weeks? Didn't we do this?
We're past the lovey-dovey phase.
Golly, didn't I tell you already? 7 years ago.
Well, on that note, I will be shutting down and never returning.
Ben, you're just a nice guy, man.
No, that's like the worst thing ever.
You got good personality.
I have a 5-star heart.
You have a 5-star heart. Yep.
My systems are infallible.
You're just a good dude, man. That's your thing. How about that, Ben? You're a good guy.
I guess.
You're just
yeah.
Good kid. You're a good kid.
Yes, but I'm excited to go to St. Louis. I'll be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, regardless of how far Tennessee makes it. So I'm super pumped about that.
Yeah, you should be, man.
Charlie and I are going to be doing the podcast from St. Louis, from the Scott Trade Center. It's going to be interesting. We're going to have to find a corner. Yeah, well, I think the plan is, as of now, is to do one every single day that Tennessee is playing. So we could be doing up to one a day 3 times.
Hopefully, we make mini podcasts. So
yes, if they make it to the championship game and win, we have to do it like right after to get our initial reaction.
Absolutely. I mean, we
might even Periscope it.
We're going to have to roll out right after that game because it's a long drive back. But,
oh, yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
We can do it during the game as they're cutting down the nets.
Or
we could just do it in the press room and have Rick Barnes join the show live.
Yes. I think that's the move right there.
You don't think that will work, Swain?
Just put the recorder in his face. All right, you're on the Orange and the Paint podcast. What do you say?
Well,
how do you feel?
It can't be any worse than a journalist sprinting down the street and 5 minutes in the Rick Barnes media availability, banging on the door to let him in. So it can't get any worse than that.
Golly, man. Chris says, does Barnes get a raise and an extension?
He better.
Yeah, I mean, how do you not justify a big something?
I mean, he has to.
Like, this is – I mean, I already said it. This is the most impressive coaching job I have seen out of a coach at Tennessee, period, in my lifetime, I think. It's hard to think of another that was this, you know, where the team looked poised to not be that good and just has come out and been a total surprise. Total surprise to the point where they very well might win the league if they play it.
His contract that he signed in, 15?
He's paid well.
6-year deal, $15 million, that will run through April 15th, 2021. So, you know, Rick Barnes is old school. I don't know if he really needs another contract extension. I mean, I guess it would be nice.
You think he's going to retire in 2021?
No, I don't think he should even think like that. Or I don't think he should at all. But he still has some years left. I mean, I guess I would do it just to say, hey, man, freaking good job. You know, give him a little raise.
He needs a big raise.
I just don't think it's necessary to give him a contract extension. Like,
He's about to win the SEC.
I know, but
are you saying because it's so far out of when his contract expires?
No, because I look at like football, and like with recruiting and these coaches being really, really greedy and being superficial. Like they want to try to get a contract extension every chance they get. Okay, hey, I won one more game this year than last year. That's a reason to give me 4 years on my deal, just in case I get fired. I get a great buyout. Like they're so greedy. I don't look at Rick Barnes as that type of person.
Or if you're Butch, win no more games than the year before with a team that's much better than the year before and still ask for a raise.
Or the Monday after losing to Vanderbilt, go in and ask
for an extension.
Yeah, that happened too. But I just, because of Rick Barnes' personality, I just don't see him with 2 or 3 years left on his deal really wanting or needing a contract extension. I see him as a guy that's like, hey, man, that'll take care of itself. I'm here to coach basketball.
Yeah, that's fair. He deserves to be rewarded in some type of way, though.
Maybe I think he deserves it. I don't think he's going to ask for it.
Right. Maybe there's something that Rick Barnes wants for his basketball program that he doesn't have yet, and maybe he'll ask. I don't really know. Like, I know they just got their locker rooms all updated and whatnot. But
raises for the assistants.
Yeah, that.
I think he will ask for that.
Yeah, but that should just automatically happen, though. In my opinion, and I would even give him a slight bump, Rick Barnes himself. He deserves, or I don't know, he deserves something. But I kind of think that maybe there's something that, like I said, I don't know what, but there might be something that the basketball program doesn't have yet, and then maybe he asks for it. Like right now, the baseball stadium could use a ton of upgrades.
I mean, they got everything.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I don't know anything specific. But Rick Barnes goes over there on a daily basis, so maybe there's something kind of behind the scenes that he would like to have. I don't even want to know.
I just read the text box. Somebody got a message for you, Ben.
I don't want to know.
They said Nelson from Jackson says no. Ben, do not go to the game. You are bad luck.
That's a good point.
Hashtag bad luck Ben. And
That's
then he
a good
said,
point.
hashtag wet blanket Burris. But at least when I'm in the building, Tennessee wins. But also, when Ben is in the building, in Ben's defense, he goes to every home game, and Tennessee has played very well at home and won a lot of games at home this season.
But what about the games away from home?
But the away games, I cannot speak for.
This is a neutral game.
The one that Ben went to, Tennessee got blasted.
Time out. Neutral site game. I am 1-0 in neutral site games. Never mind. I'm 1-1.
Which ones did you go to?
Well, including football, I was at the Music City Bowl.
Oh,
hold on. My neutral site record is fantastic. Let me add this up, and I'll get back to you.
I think were we both at Georgia Tech in Atlanta?
Well, I've been I was at the Bowling Green game, 1-0 in Nashville.
Yep.
And then
Music City Bowl.
Music
also
City
Nashville.
Bowl 2-0. I was at the Tennessee Gonzaga basketball game in Nashville, so 2-1. I'm missing the neutral site.
0-1 basketball.
Georgia Tech, 3-1.
Yeah.
0-1 in basketball.
Well, okay.
And then
just one game.
Yeah, actual away games. I mean, technically, in away games in basketball, I haven't gone to any this season because of doing the show. I think the last one I went to was at Vandy last year, and Tennessee got no. Tennessee won that game, didn't they? So
Jordan Bone dropped like 26 points.
Yeah, that one.
And then Vanderbilt killed Tennessee at home.
That's right.
Luke Cornett's big, tall, skinny looking behind.
I think Nelson has a point.
No. Okay. Well, on the flip side, we can also say that I am 3-0 against Kentucky as a student at Tennessee in home games.
It's true.
Why are you doing this?
It's a neutral site. Almost like Ben actually doesn't have an effect on the game when he's there.
I know. You know what? Well, here's the thing. How
Ben
about
is
this?
He's trying to twist the records. Well, in the last 7 games,
we're the number one team in the country.
Yeah, I mean, out of all the teams who are struggling, we're the team with the less amount of turnovers. Like he's trying to pull that Tennessee football PR move from last year.
I do
Tennessee football, the Butch Jones PR.
I do the same exact thing though, except to even like a further extent.
Like
during the Stanley Cup run with the Predators last year, I stood up in my living room for every single game for the entire game because I was so paranoid that if I sat down, they would lose.
I did that, but with the volume. I would keep the volume on a certain number.
Oh, yeah.
And then if they were
Dude,
starting
I do
losing,
all
then I
that
would
stuff.
change it. No. But how about this? I can go to the SEC tournament. I just won't attend the Tennessee game.
You gotta how about you can go, but you just watch the game on your phone from outside?
The Tennessee game.
Yeah.
I can go to the other games, though.
Yeah, because then then they'll just lose. Both teams will lose if you watch the game in the
The refs
building.
will win.
Yes, because you're bad luck.
I'll make sure I attend the Alabama, Kentucky games in the SEC tournament.
You do that. Rodney in Austell says maybe Charlie needs to go get his gallbladder checked since pizza causes him issues.
Premier could help me out.
Maybe you do have a gallbladder problem, Charlie.
No, I do not that I know of, and it is not a lot of foods do that to me. Just pizza happens to be the main culprit.
I'm not
like I love spicy food. I
hate spicy food. I'm not exaggerating. I have at least a pizza a week.
Well,
I've already had my pizza for the week.
You're a college dude, so that doesn't surprise anybody at all. Ken says Admiral is definitely a better leader than LeBron. Oh, boy. Admiral,
that's a hot take.
That is hot.
Jeez.
He says Admiral isn't a whiny A-B, always wanting different teammates to try to win.
I will say Admiral complains to the refs far less than LeBron does.
Yes.
I'll give him that.
Now, but here's my question.
I don't know about being a better leader than LeBron.
What NBA player does not whine and complain to the refs?
Admiral's a good leader.
Yeah.
Let's just leave it at that.
LeBron has 3 championships. He's doing something right to lead.
Yeah.
But but it's not crazy for somebody to think that, especially the way the Cavs season has played out midway through the season, because now it kind of looks like they've somewhat gotten things back on track. And I would credit that to Isaiah Thomas. I thought Isaiah Thomas was a cancer to the team.
He is a cancer. When he lost his sister and played, like I was a real big fan of his.
I was too.
And, him being one of the shortest dudes in the league and playing that chip on his shoulder. But the way he's handled being traded to Cleveland and how he's carried himself, he's letting that chip on his shoulder really, really, really affect him as a teammate, him as a basketball player, and he just needs to go out there and play ball, man. He's too worried about what other people think and too worried about this chip on his shoulder.
And now that you've seen him with the Lakers, I mean, it's like a breath of fresh air for LeBron and the Cavs. So
yeah,
I understand why somebody would think that about LeBron, but I do tend to believe that the Isaiah Thomas situation kind of led to this season's demise.
Kobe wasn't fun to play with. Michael Jordan wasn't fun to play with. Michael Jordan punched Steve Kerr in practice in the face. Kobe ran off Dwight Howard because Dwight Howard was afraid of high expectations and being in the spotlight, being held accountable. And that just happens, man. When you are demanding, Peyton Manning is the same way. Peyton Manning is very demanding. Tom Brady, very demanding. And what you see is, a different version than what the people see on the inside that have to deal with them every single day. Those guys are demanding, and not everyone necessarily likes them. But they're champions. They're some of the best athletes of all time in their respective sports. And so, but that just comes with it. You're a grinder, man, and you get on your teammates because you don't want to accept anything but the best. And you're willing to say whatever you have to say or do whatever you have to do to get the best out of everyone. So it's not always peaches and cream. 865.
Did you say pizzas and cream?
Peaches.
Peaches.
Unclog those ears, Charlie.
Peaches and cream.
Pizzas and cream.
Did you guys see what the NIT is doing for the upcoming tournament?
I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I saw that yesterday.
4 quarters, and they are moving the 3-point.
Expanding the
back.
paint.
It needs to be – I could give or take the changes like the 3-point line and the lane. But the quarters, that needs to happen. Quarters and advancing the ball with a timeout.
That's what I was about to say.
Both of those need to happen.
And I would almost like to see players allowed a 6th foul with as many fouls as the referees call these days.
I would not hate it. I really wouldn't.
Grant will love that.
Yeah.
Did Grant have a foul in the first half yesterday? I don't think
he did not.
And
only, I think, 2 for the entire game. It's really impressive.
What planet are we living on?
I know. What a world.
Now, Kyle Alexander, he had 3 fouls early on. 2 of those were not fouls. I don't know what the refs were looking at. They called an over the back on him. What? When Rick Barnes goes out there and complains to the referees, you know it's not a foul.
Admiral, Kyle, and Lamonte Turner all had 3 fouls in that game. Grant only had 2.
What world are we living in?
Wow. Yeah. So, I mean, Grant would love that rule.
And for some reason, he only had 3 shot attempts.
But I like to see what the NIT, how that's going to play out with the 4 quarters and the 3-point line extended and the paint a little bit wider. And maybe that opens up the floor a little bit. We see a little bit better offense
I think,
in a college game. Maybe we see that.
The 4 quarters, I think it'll help the flow of the game because there's so many media timeouts within a half now. The women's, obviously, they have 10-minute quarters, and I've noticed when I've had to cover the Lady Vols games that, the first media timeout of the quarter is, at the 3-minute mark sometimes. So the game flows so much better. There's not a stoppage every 4 or 5 minutes, and I think that would be a really nice change for college basketball.
I don't like the proposed rule changes going on in the NFL. They're talking about limiting pass interference to just 15 yards.
Well, not from the spot of the foul.
Yeah, I don't like that, man.
I like that.
I don't like that at all. I think it's appropriate for the college game, but for the pro game, it should stay exactly the way it is. Hey, if you grab a dude 28 yards down the field, it's a 28-yard penalty, and you get the ball right there. I like that rule. 865-200-5402. Stay with us.
Hour 3 of the Swain event is powered by Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
Craving homemade flavors that don't take hours in the kitchen? Mrs. Grissom's cheese spreads and chicken salads are the perfect go-to. Ready-to-eat meals and snacks found in the meat or dairy section at the grocery store with flavors of home in every bite. Whether you crave the classic Mrs. Grissom's pimento cheese or the gold gluten-free select cranberry pecan chicken salad, enjoy the sweet taste of a home-cooked meal in every container. Select the best. Select Mrs. Grissom's.
Small town, like a small town when I'm with you.
You're driving home, flashing blue lights in your rearview mirror. You pull over, step out of your car, and the next thing you know, you're being arrested for driving under the influence. Now what do you do? We all should be responsible. But remember, just because you're arrested doesn't mean you're guilty. Call criminal defense and DUI attorney Marcos Garza at 865-540-8300. The investigative teams at the Garza Law Firm know the justice system inside and out. They utilize cutting-edge technologies and investigative methods to prepare your specific case. Before you plead guilty to any criminal charges, call criminal defense and DUI attorney Marcos Garza. Put his number in your phone right now, 865-540-8300, because you never know when you or a friend will need it. Don't say guilty. Say Garza. 865-540-8300. 865-540-8300 and GarzaLaw.com.
Voted Best Barbecue in City View Magazine and a top 100 barbecue restaurant in the country, Dead End is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering and local delivery with Valet Gourmet. That's right, you can have Dead End brought to you. Can't think of the spread for your next event? Get Dead End to cater it. Check them out online, deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Goes your car insurance. Nobody likes surprises, so switch to Erie Rate Lock. Get a great rate that stays that way even after an accident, ticket, or inflation. In fact, it's locked until you change a car, driver, or your address.
Your Erie agent in Knoxville is InsureFit RM. Get a quote at 865-684-4900. That's 865-684-4900.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
More than 20 million Americans suffer from gallbladder disease, and if you're one of them, Premier Surgical Associates can help. Gallbladder removal is one of the most common and safe surgeries available, and Premier has experienced physicians who are trained in the latest techniques for diagnosing and surgically treating gallbladder disease. Don't keep putting up with the pain. Visit premiersurgical.com right now to find out all the ways they can help you live a better life. Premier Surgical Associates. Expertise you can trust.
Cryptology Escape Rooms in Pigeon Forge is the area's top-rated new attraction. With 4 unique escape room experiences to choose from, Cryptology has something for everyone. At Cryptology, you and your friends have 1 hour to solve the clues, riddles, and puzzles that lead to your escape. From first-timers to seasoned escape room pros, Cryptology has something for everyone. This is an experience you have to see to believe. Located on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge, Cryptology is a short trip from Knoxville. Come see for yourself why thousands of satisfied visitors have rated Cryptology the best escape room experience in East Tennessee. Cryptology is also a great place for corporate team building exercises or holiday outings. Visit cryptologywithak.us now or call 865-366-1796 for more information or to book your Cryptology experience. That's cryptologywithak.us or 865-366-1796. If you need a better night's sleep, you have to visit Better Mattress. With 6 area locations in Maryville, Knoxville, and Oak Ridge, there is a Better Mattress near you. Locally and employee-owned with exclusive mattresses handcrafted in East Tennessee, there really is not another place like Better Mattress in town. Not only do they know what they're doing, they care about what they're doing. Better Mattress has a worry-free 100-night guarantee. Get started now. Visit BetterMattress.com. That's BEDRmattress.com and click on Mattress Prescription. Good night just got better.
We have all made the mistake of dropping or breaking our smartphones. See? But did you know that you can have it repaired for a fraction of the cost it takes to replace it? Well, you can, because iDrop is the area's leading mobile repair store, home of the 1 hour or less phone repair, 1-year parts warranty, and #1 customer service. Broken screens, cracked cameras, charging ports, batteries, you break it, we'll fix it. If you didn't break your phone, protect it with one of our leading accessories such as LifeProof, OtterBox, UAG, Incipico, Caseology, and Spec. Visit our West Hills location at 7115 Kingston Pike between Office Depot and Hardee's, or call 865-888-9740 and speak with our trained technicians to see how we can get your phone working today.
As the weather grows colder, insects begin to become dormant. That does not mean that you don't need to safeguard your home from pests. Now is the perfect time to begin treatment to prevent issues in the spring. Let Southeast Termite and Pest Control handle all of your pest control needs. Southeast is locally and family owned and has been in business since 1971. They are a full-service pest control company that includes mosquito treatments, bed bugs, fall invaders, spring issues, carpenter bees, etc. They even offer liquid termite treatments with the market's best termiticide. There are no salesmen to deal with. The technicians give the pricing and provide the service, and the owners are always available. So contact Southeast Termite and Pest Control at 865-925-3700 and online at southeasttermite.com.
All right, it's time for a little attaboy where we highlight the positive stories inside and outside the world of sports. And today we go to Jacksonville State. I think it's Jackson. I think the city is Jacksonville, Alabama. I think so.
Yeah, that always throws me off. It's in Alabama, but it's Jacksonville State.
Yeah, it's Jacksonville State. Oh man, see that. Yeah, I'm all messed up now.
Would it not be Jacksonville, Alabama, right?
I think it is.
I genuinely don't know.
Yeah, it is Jacksonville, Alabama.
It's like southeast of Birmingham, right?
No, it's north of Birmingham. It's south.
Really?
It's south of Huntsville.
Dang, I thought it was further than between Birmingham and Montgomery.
Yeah, it's not that far away from
Gump.
Yeah, it's not that far away from Huntsville. But basketball player Norbertus Jigga, I think I'm saying that right.
Sounds right.
Giga. No, Norbertus
Giga.
There we go. Who left Lithuania to come to play basketball in the United States. He thought he was going to watch film with his coaches. So it looks like they're in the hotel room, maybe like an away game or something.
Yeah, there's a video. ESPN tweeted this out.
Yeah. And he's watching film, and through the door, they bring in his mom, who he has not seen since 2013. Like, it is 2018.
That's 5 years.
And you have not seen a person that gave you life.
That's crazy.
And I was at Bobby Mays' fundraiser. He's putting together a plan to build a facility here in Knoxville, a basketball court. And I seriously encourage folks to get involved if you can, because you're providing a place where young kids can go and be away from trouble, a positive environment. I know Bobby made the story quite well. He wanted to create this gym here in Knoxville because that's how he was able to stay away from all the bad stuff. And he mentions Kevin Durant. He mentions some of the guys in that Maryland, D.C. area where they had this gym, and the gym was open all the time. So instead of being in the streets while mom was at work, because, he's raised by a single mom, he was in the gym. And the gym can serve as, protection for so many young men and young girls. And so Bobby wants to do the same thing here in Knoxville. So I really encourage people to get involved if you can. But Bobby Mays has a couple kids, one in particular that's, not from here. And I just couldn't imagine leaving a country, leaving your mom and dad to go to another country and not see your folks for like 5 years. That's
takes incredible courage.
Not one time. I mean, you can go from California to the University of Miami. You can be from California, go to Miami, but at least you're going to see your folks at least once a year.
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, 5 years.
Takes courage, takes maturity, takes perspective in a lot of ways to say, I got to go do this to better myself, to get this college education, to make sure I can, I can maximize my talents in this world. And that's an incredible sacrifice. I love this from his coaches, bringing his mom to come see him. It's one of those videos that'll, somebody's chopping onions in here. I don't know. My eyes are sweating.
It makes your eyeballs sweat for real. It makes your allergies act up when you watch that video, for sure. Let's get to Jim on the Be Dry Waterproofing Hotline. Jim, good morning.
Good morning, Jason. How you guys doing?
I'm great, man. How are you?
We're doing good. And down here in Florida, it's warming up and everything. You guys had some warm days, hadn't you?
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's raining now, but, we've been blessed with some really nice days, beautiful days.
Good. Just a couple of things. One thing about the Jumbotron, I'm the one who volunteered for the cherry picker and the shotgun, Give me a break, If nothing else, just get up there and deface it. Put one of those big water, not watermelon, but pumpkin things over the head, something. Jesus Christ. I mean, is there no end, or is this part of his payout? It has to be left up until the first game of next year or something.
Maybe.
Who knows?
And I don't think it's going to be down anytime in the immediate future. Like I don't think it's going to be down like next week, or it may not be down in March. It's going to be a little minute.
It's a career. Like I said, tear the whole thing down, put the Vols up, and forget it. You don't have to worry about whose picture's up there.
Yeah, if I'm Coach Fulmer, I'm putting my own picture back up there.
I would do that too.
I don't care what people say.
Yeah, knowing him, I knew him back when he was in school and stuff like that a little bit. And his roommate for a while is got Don Denbo, who played, for Tennessee back then. And all. So
it should have never came down. Yep. I would put my own picture up there. That's what I would do.
Really?
Yep. If I was Coach Fulmer, I would. He's holding a championship trophy.
Right. And that ain't been done in a long time. And he's got the picture next to Nayland. Then there's the two.
You keep that up there, absolutely.
Yeah. So anyway, just not too much. Just one thing, the NCAA was talking about, changing some of the rules and stuff to help some of the players and all. I remember the thing with Barry Switzer out there when he was at Oklahoma. He got in trouble. He had a guy playing for him who was from Louisiana or Texas or something. It's cold there in the middle of the winter and stuff. The families didn't have no money. Well, I remember on football scholarship during the season at the time, you could not work.
Mm-hmm.
And so he didn't have any money, any spending money or anything. If the training table was closed, he was out of luck. So Switzer bought him a coat so he could stay warm, and got in trouble with the NCAA for it. And he said, well, if that's what it has to be, just so be it.
Well,
that's like the deal where, Barnes got in a little bit of heat about giving the assistant coach money where they both made the same. Good move for him. I mean, have a little sense here somewhere.
Yeah, and what happens is with a stupid rule like that, you just got to go around it and be sneaky because you hate to break a rule, but a rule so ridiculous as that. The kid doesn't have a coat. What are you supposed to do? Not give a kid a coat because of the silly rule?
Let him shiver. Let him, be wet, whatever like that. Other students, if they're not on scholarship or whatever, if they're just, if they're going to the school, they have a hard time also. But they could get a part-time job. They can't do that. Not during the 9 months of the school year. So we were on quarters back then, fall, winter, spring quarter. You couldn't do it until like June.
Yeah.
Then they wonder how come they got the the special jobs and stuff like that where they didn't have to do much and made good money. That's all they had.
Yeah, the NCAA is getting exposed, so I don't know what they're going to do, but they better start doing something because everyone is starting to see for what they really are. Man, they are quote a nonprofit, but bringing in billions of dollars and taking advantage of the kids' likeness and won't allow them to make money on their own likeness. And you don't have to make them rich or pay them a ton of money, but that just doesn't seem fair.
Just let them get by.
Yeah, everyone has their hands in the pot.
Right.
Taking advantage of, kid playing ball, but they can't make any money on themselves. I just, that just doesn't sit right the more and more you think about it.
Mm-hmm. And, last thing, love Tennessee beating Mississippi State down there last night. I remember when I was either a freshman or sophomore, Bill Justice hit a couple of free throws to beat Mississippi State to win the SEC championship back in, I think 67 or something like that in my winter and spring of my freshman year. And it was great just to go down to Starkville and take it away and stuff.
Man, Tennessee winning in basketball right now, I think it's really cool, not just because they're winning, and thanks for the phone call, Jim. Really, really appreciate the time down there in Florida. I think what's cool about Tennessee basketball winning right now is because football is so bad. And I'm talking about coming off the season, the worst season in Tennessee football history. I'm not talking about what's currently going on because there's a little bit of excitement. But I'll be lying if I said everyone was like through the roof excited. People are more in wait-and-see mode. They're not jumping in with 2 feet because they did that with Butch Jones after Derek Dooley, and people got burned, and so they're waiting to see. But it makes you really focus on just basketball. When Bruce Pearl was here, football wasn't bad. Like Tennessee in 2007 played for an SEC championship. Now 08 was bad, but 09, I mean, you had a new football coach coming from the NFL, so there's a lot of football excitement there. With football being the way it is right now, it's really forcing people to really focus on basketball. And they deserve to focus more now than ever before. They're winning. They're not getting in trouble. I repeat, they're winning. They're not getting in trouble.
What a combo.
Because before, we won games, but we had guys getting kicked off the team for having guns. We had guys, failing drug tests but still playing, and we had guys not playing because of drugs. Like, Rick Barnes is doing it the right way. Like, it's clean. You don't have to worry about somebody getting arrested. So all the attention should be on basketball. And I like that. I like that. This basketball program deserves Tennessee fans' attention, sports fans' attention. Not just basketball, but you look at all the other sports that are ranked in the top 25. You look at, softball. You look at women's basketball. You look at, I don't know, what's the other ones? Man, you should know all that.
What's that supposed to mean?
Because you do know all that. That's your thing. There we go. That's your thing. You know about all the Tennessee sports other than the main ones. There it is. There's your thing. So tell us.
What was your original question?
The other sports besides football, basketball, and we know about softball and lady hoops.
What about them?
The other sports teams who are ranked.
Softball's number 5 in the country right now. Women's basketball's up to number 12. Baseball is not close to being ranked, but they did have a nice win over MTSU last night. 5-4 win, come from behind win. MTSU is a good baseball team. I saw a kid hit a baseball as far as I've ever seen one hit the light pole. Very impressive. Wow. Side note, I mean, you pretty much mentioned them. The softball, women's basketball. Baseball's the one struggling right now. But I am fully confident in Tony Vitello just by talking to him.
I really
post game. He has the weekly, the Rick Barnes, God, my mom went blank.
Pat Summit?
No. God. He has the effect, like you can tell he knows what he's talking about. He's created a culture where his team loves playing for him.
Yes.
And I mean, he's got the 6th ranked recruiting class for next year's class, and he can recruit. He relates well. Jimmy Pruitt.
Tennessee's tennis teams. How about that? The men's are ranked. The women's are ranked. The golf teams ranked. The swimming and diving teams are doing well too. So
do they do swimming and diving rankings?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I would think.
Yeah, absolutely.
But of Vitello, we listened to
Ralph
Weekly speak, and I mentioned to you the way that he talks. He said something specifically.
Great quote.
He said, "We play to a standard, not a scoreboard."
And he said this to the team after they won a doubleheader 20-1.
They beat BYU 13-0, and he said he had to give his team a talking to because it took 100 pitches to beat BYU 13-0. And I said to Ben after that, I said, you can tell with a winning coach with the way that they talk, because they all talk alike.
Yep.
They all say the same stuff. And there's no pretension in it. There's no hiding behind any kind of speak. There's none of this stuff, because they don't have to.
And that's how.
Why do you have to? Why do you have to hide when you're good?
Exactly.
And that's you. Obviously, Ralph Weekly has it. Rick Barnes has it. And hopefully, Tony Vitello.
I think he does. He's straight up. He tells you what he's thinking. He's not afraid to voice his opinion on things. I really like it. I know it's only, 2-3 weeks into of his tenure. He's got a lot to prove, but I like him so far.
865-200-5402. Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue.
Or by Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
Craving homemade flavors that don't take hours in the kitchen? Mrs. Grissom's cheese spreads and chicken salads are the perfect go-to. Ready-to-eat meals and snacks found in the meat or dairy section at the grocery store, with flavors of home in every bite. Whether you crave the classic Mrs. Grissom's pimento cheese or the gold gluten-free select cranberry pecan chicken salad, enjoy the sweet taste of a home-cooked meal in every container. Select the best. Select Mrs. Grissom's.
Small town, like a small town when I'm with you.
You're driving home, flashing blue lights in your rearview mirror. You pull over, step out of your car, and the next thing you know, you're being arrested for driving under the influence. Now what do? We all should be responsible, but remember, just because you're arrested doesn't mean you're guilty. Call criminal defense and DUI attorney Marcos Garza at 865-540-8300. The investigative teams at the Garza Law Firm know the justice system inside and out. They utilize cutting-edge technologies and investigative methods to prepare your specific case. Before you plead guilty to any criminal charges, call criminal defense and DUI attorney Marcos Garza. Put his number in your phone right now, 865-540-8300, because you never know when you or a friend will need it. Don't say guilty. Say Garza. 865-540-8300. 865-540-8300 and GarzaLaw.com.
Voted Best Barbecue in City View Magazine and a top 100 barbecue restaurant in the country, Dead End is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering and local delivery with Valet Gourmet. That's right, you can have Dead End brought to you. Can't think of the spread for your next event? Get Dead End to cater it. Check them out online, deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Goes your car insurance. Nobody likes surprises, so switch to Erie Rate Lock. Get a great rate that stays that way even after an accident, ticket, or inflation. In fact, it's locked until you change a car, driver, or your address.
Your Erie agent in Knoxville is InsureFit RM. Get a quote at 865-684-4900. That's 865-684-4900.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
More than 20 million Americans suffer from gallbladder disease, and if you're one of them, Premier Surgical Associates can help. Gallbladder removal is one of the most common and safe surgeries available, and Premier has experienced physicians who are trained in the latest techniques for diagnosing and surgically treating gallbladder disease. Don't keep putting up with the pain. Visit premiersurgical.com right now to find out all the ways they can help you live a better life. Premier Surgical Associates. Expertise you can trust.
Cryptology Escape Rooms in Pigeon Forge is the area's top-rated new attraction. With 4 unique escape room experiences to choose from, Cryptology has something for everyone. At Cryptology, you and your friends have 1 hour to solve the clues, riddles, and puzzles that lead to your escape. From first-timers to seasoned escape room pros, Cryptology has something for everyone. This is an experience you have to see to believe. Located on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge, Cryptology is a short trip from Knoxville. Come see for yourself why thousands of satisfied visitors have rated Cryptology the best escape room experience in East Tennessee. Cryptology is also a great place for corporate team building exercises or holiday outings. Visit cryptologywithak.us now or call 865-366-1796 for more information or to book your Cryptology experience. That's cryptologywithak.us or 865-366-1796. If you need a better night's sleep, you have to visit Better Mattress. With 6 area locations in Maryville, Knoxville, and Oak Ridge, there is a Better Mattress near you. Locally and employee-owned with exclusive mattresses handcrafted in East Tennessee, there really is not another place like Better Mattress in town. Not only do they know what they're doing, they care about what they're doing. Better Mattress has a worry-free 100-night guarantee. Get started now. Visit BetterMattress.com. That's BEDRmattress.com and click on Mattress Prescription. Good night just got better.
We have all made the mistake of dropping or breaking our smartphones. See? But did you know that you can have it repaired for a fraction of the cost that it takes to replace it? Well, you can, because iDrop is the area's leading mobile repair store, home of the 1 hour or less phone repair, 1 year parts warranty, and #1 customer service. Broken screens, cracked cameras, charging ports, batteries, you break it, we'll fix it. If you didn't break your phone, protect it with one of our leading accessories such as LifeProof, OtterBox, UAG, Incipico, Caseology, and Spec. Visit our West Hills location at 7115 Kingston Pike between Office Depot and Hardee's, or call 865-888-9740 and speak with our trained technicians to see how we can get your phone working today.
As the weather grows colder, insects begin to become dormant. That does not mean that you don't need to safeguard your home from pests. Now is the perfect time to begin treatment to prevent issues in the spring. Let Southeast Termite and Pest Control handle all of your pest control needs. Southeast is locally and family owned and has been in business since 1971. They are a full-service pest control company that includes mosquito treatments, bed bugs, fall invaders, spring issues, carpenter bees, etc. They even offer liquid termite treatments with the market's best termiticide. There are no salesmen to deal with. The technicians give the pricing and provide the service, and the owners are always available. So contact Southeast Termite and Pest Control at 865-925-3700 and online at southeasttermite.com.
Daniel Jeremiah at Move the Sticks, NFL Network. Really high on Rashawn Golden, former Tennessee DB. Says, this is a tweet from 2 days ago at 10 p.m. Says, Rashawn Golden is a day one starting nickel in this league.
I agree.
Love his combination of toughness, quickness, and awareness. And I think I've said the same thing there about him being versatile, being a really good nickel. He made the right decision to come out. You look at his injury history, but he was one of the best players in this conference, and it's overshadowed because of how bad Tennessee was. But he was probably the lone bright spot. Him and Trey Smith.
Yeah, he was definitely the best defensive player for Tennessee last year. You know who needs a starting nickel? It would be a great fit for Rashawn.
The Steelers.
Mm-hmm. I would love to see. So the Steelers need another pass rusher. So I think they're going to take another outside linebacker with their first-round pick. But then if he's still there with their second-round pick, I'd love to see the Steelers grab Rashawn. I'd absolutely love that. I even think he'd be a great fit in Nashville. Mike Vrabel, Titans could still use some secondary help. He's a Nashville kid. We did talk about this factor of with Derek Barnett. Maybe it's best for him to go somewhere else, not necessarily to his hometown, where you're comfortable.
Yeah, you just have people pulling at you and stuff like that. I think Rashawn Golden is responsible and mature enough to handle it. Yes. I remember when Dez Bryant was coming out, and there was a lot of concern about him playing for the Cowboys because he is originally from Texas, played at Oklahoma State, and he had some trouble, off the football field with his family and his inner circle. So that's something you worry about, but I don't think you need to worry about that with Rashawn Golden. So the combine is around the corner
next week
on Friday. The running backs, O-line, place kickers, and special teams.
Trevor Daniel.
They are going to be there. And then on Saturday, the quarterbacks, receivers, tight ends. Sunday is D-line linebackers. And then the last day are the DBs. That's been a schedule that's been running for a long time. DBs are usually last. So you get Rashawn Golden on the last day. You get John Kelly on the first day. You get Khalil McKenzie on Sunday. And there's one other player that was invited to the NFL Combine, and that is Trevor Daniel, and he will be on the first day. So Tennessee with 4 invites, not ideal for the Tennessee football program. You want at least 8.
It's not a good
invites.
Indicator of how much talent you have.
Yeah, you want to have a lot of indicator of talent and development.
Yes,
you want to have more than that. You want to have more guys competing at the NFL Combine. So looking forward to seeing what John Kelly is going to do. The interviews are going to be really big for him, being able to answer questions about what happened, why he got himself in trouble during the middle of the season. Rashawn Golden is going to have to answer questions about his health. He's going to have to answer questions about the bird flip. They're going to ask him about that. They're going to ask you things to test you and just some of the craziest things that you could ever imagine. They're going to ask you that just to see what stirs your drink.
And they might literally ask you what your favorite beer is, like they asked you.
Yeah, they ask some pretty outlandish stuff, man. Pretty outlandish stuff.
It's I love and hate draft season because it's always excited as an NFL fan. Oh, who is my team? Who's going to be the new star? Who's going to it's like last year, the Titans draft was super fun because they had, what was it? They had the 5th pick, and then they had the 12th pick or somewhere around. They had 2 first-round picks.
They did.
So it was exciting to see kind of, who
Corey
are they
Davis
take?
first, and then
Adoree Jackson.
Yeah,
in the 20s. But I hate draft season because NFL, everybody involved in the NFL draft, teams, analysts, they overthink to the fullest extent.
I don't like how the one-to-lick scores are leaked. Either they're public or they're private. If they're private, make them private. And I don't like how people take a one-to-lick score and make it seem like a dude is just dumb. Like you're not dumb just because you have a low one-to-lick score.
Yeah, there's been guys who are awesome with a low Wonderlic score, and there's been guys with a really high Wonderlic score, like Ryan Leaf had a great Wonderlic score the year it came out with Peyton Manning. And
we know how that
became a
ended
drug
up.
addict. So, you just never know what these guys. And I agree. There's just too much analysis here. The hand size and the shoulder width and the way your face looks. Like what does this have to do? Can he play football?
Put the film on.
Yeah.
Can
he play
just
football?
like this year, Josh Rosen will 100% have the best Wonderlic score. It's not even going to be close. But that's no indicator that he's going to be a great NFL quarterback.
Yep.
So
there's a lot of what's the word I'm looking for here?
Over-exaggeration?
No. They analyze way too much.
Over-analysis?
Over-analysis. It is a lot of that. But you got to think about it from their side of it. They invested millions of dollars into you, so they got to make sure that they're doing all their homework. They got to make sure. I know we took a test, like a hamstring flexibility test. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you take flexibility tests. And if you're tight, people who are tight usually are more susceptible to getting hurt. You could have either a sprained knee or you could tear your ACL based on how flexible you are. So that is important. I mean, when you are investing millions of dollars. Okay, so Charlie, you was going back and looking at some of the Rick Barnes, some of the cold takes from when Rick Barnes was hired. What's some of the best ones out here?
So I pulled up a couple. One from this guy, Doug DeCourcy, who said, "Poor Tennessee. They clearly don't realize what they just did to themselves by hiring Rick Barnes." To which I replied, "That's the best mistake Tennessee's ever made."
I know, right?
And then also radio show host in Nashville, Jared Stillman, he said, "I don't get why everyone thinks Rick Barnes is a good fit at Tennessee. I think it's like Rex Ryan to the Bills." Even at the time, that's a stupid take to me. Like, why? Why do you think that?
I know Jared. That's a bad moment for Jared.
Yeah, not great. But I actually went back and did I mention this on air? Or did we talk about? I always sometimes get mixed up what we talked about off air and on air. I went back and looked at what I said, and I said Rick Barnes may be past his prime, but the last thing UT needs to be doing right now is taking chances, and Barnes is a proven winner. So I was pretty indifferent on it. I just said that seems good. Rick Barnes won a bunch at Texas. Why couldn't he keep doing it here? But the main thing that I went back and saw, and what I want to ask Rick about, is that in my old tweets, his final year at Texas, he took a picture with Justin Bieber.
Baby, 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 oh.
And I mocked it. I think something I think I said something to the effect of like, Rick Barnes' season hasn't actually been that bad, but this picture is grounds for firing. Or something like that about Rick's final season at Texas. And it's him and Bieber both doing the horns up with Texas. And what I want to know,
Bieber's from Canada.
What I want to know in this picture is
does Rick Barnes even know who Justin Bieber is? Like, does he realize who he's standing by? Like, the fact that every 12-year-old girl in America would, like, give their left arm to be taking this picture. That's what I want to know. I'm hoping the media after the season has some, like, personable events with Rick where we can just kind of talk to him. And I'm going to try to ask him that. Like, I saw you were with Bieber. Do you even know who that is?
You should just
you should do it in a press conference.
You should just have a picture of him with Bieber and ask him, "Do you know who this is?"
Who did you just take a picture with?
Who is this guy?
In this picture?
I can't put my finger on it. Who is this? I found my initial.
He's gonna nudge his intern or his student assistant.
Who is that?
Who is that?
Justin Bieber.
Oh,
hey, Justin.
Justin Beaver.
Good to meet
Beaver,
you.
yeah, Justin Beaver.
I think he sings country music.
That guy, Justin Beaver. I think he's a Oregon State fan.
I found my initial Rick Barnes tweet. It was before.
How you guys find that stuff?
You can search it. If you search your username.
Yeah, I just looked up Charlie Burris
at
Rick
Swain
Barnes.
Event Rick Barnes
on Twitter. Yeah.
Mine was actually like
millennials.
before Tennessee hired him. So it was
Okay.
like after Donnie Tyndall got fired. It was March 30th, 2015. I wrote a letter to Dave Hart. I said, "Dear Dave Hart, go get Rick Barnes now. Get him out of the fake UT gear and into the real UT gear. Thanks, Ben."
I said something to that effect also, where I said if Tennessee doesn't hire Rick Barnes, they need to fire Dave Hart or something like that in that time period.
We'll see what
It's
your
way down
problem
the
is going to
list
be,
here.
Swain, is that it also tags in everybody who has mentioned Rick Barnes along with you. So you're going to be strolling for a while.
And I have a bunch of that.
Well, my problem, I have a bunch
Here
of
we
Rick
go.
Barnes quotes from press conferences on mine.
I said, so if Rick Barnes is out at Texas and he doesn't end up at Tennessee, Tennessee should fire their AD. So,
Of course, you were talking about firing somebody.
I was pretty blunt about it. What can I say?
Charlie and firing somebody? No way.
I'm scrolling, guys. Is it time to go?
It is.
No, man.
Oh, wow, it is.
I'm
ye-
scrolling.
What date are you on?
2015.
Oh, you're almost there? Are you in March?
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Come on now. Golly, man. Oh.
Here you go.
Goodman says Tennessee has offered the job to Rick Barnes, and I retweeted Jeff Goodman and said Lego.
Lego.
I says Rick Barnes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Yeah, because you were advocating for Tennessee to go get Rick Barnes.
Oh yeah, here. My top 5 coaching candidates for the Vols, March 30th. Number 1, Rick Barnes. Number 2, Rick Barnes.
Retweet that.
3, 4, 5, Rick Barnes. Hey, so I was on board all along. It's right.
As was I. And Charlie, we've been on the Rick Barnes train from the beginning.
Called that. If there is anything, I will say this. If I like Rick Barnes for anything, he has made me right. And I love being right.
I know, I do too.
I love being right.
At some point this past football season, I went and I searched my username as well as Butch Jones to make sure I've never said anything like good about him.
I didn't have Twitter when Butch got
Thankfully,
fired.
I didn't have to delete any tweets.
Yeah, I didn't. I was still doing accounting back then. So
lame.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
Stay calm, don't freak out. Stay calm, don't freak out. Stay calm, don't freak out. Rick Barnes up in here. Oh, hell to the yes. March 30th, 2015. Oh, man. How about that? Yeah, I like being right, too, man. I like being right. But being wrong sometimes humbles you. You got to have some.
You got to have some of those moments.
You got to have some of those
and
moments.
I have been wrong plenty.
Kind of like Ben was last night basketball game. Tennessee beating the brace off of Mississippi State. But I do understand why you picked Mississippi State. I get it.
It was not an unreasonable choice, without a doubt.
I get it. I understand.
Look, I'm not afraid to pick who I think is going to win, regardless of who's playing.
Ben, you the man.
I mean, you can attest to this. Before the football season, I wanted to pick Tennessee to go 6-6.
You did.
And I even said 5 and 7 too.
You did.
But
I said Tennessee.
I was scared too.
I said Tennessee was an NIT team.
When
no, I'm talking about football. I said they were going to go 6 and 6.
When Matt Stitchcomb picked Tennessee to win like six games, I think, or maybe it was 5 games.
Booger McFarland said the season was going to be abysmal, and I said I agree with him.
Well, Matt Stitchcomb went off the cliff and was like, Tennessee's going to win 5 or 6 games, and I was like, dude, he might be right.
Yep.
he might be.
I didn't want it to become reality.
I know, man.
I think I thought it was going to be like 7 and 5, but Butch was still going to get fired.
I thought it was going to be 6 and 6.
And it was worse.
It's 4 and 8.
Way worse.
Way worse, right? All right, that's our time for today. Hope you have a great day. Thanks for listening. Swain Events fueled by Daddy and Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant in America. Today's lunch special is a St. Louis rib sandwich. So a third of a rack of their delicious ribs. They debone it. They put it on a Kaiser bun on a bed of onion straws. It is unbelievable.
So good.
Dead End Barbecue. DeadEndBBQ.com is their website. Hey, guys. I hope you have a good day. Charlie, Ben, take it easy, man. Be careful out there in these streets. It's raining today. Be careful, everybody. That's our time for today. Peace and love.